Okay, shall we start? Yes, good morning. Online audible, visible? Okay, shall we start? Yes. Now, today we'll be discussing about our mains, our topic called as which one? The polity and governance. Now, the first thing here is what is polity? What is polity and what is governance? Second thing, before discussing about our content part, which all things we need to discuss here? Which all things we must know before discussing about content? It is we need to know about the three things. One is we need to know about the previous year questions. Second, we need to know about our syllabus part. Yes or no? How the syllabus gothirಬೇಕಾ? Syllabus is mandatory. Syllabus is our key. Syllabus is our key. And second major important one here is the previous year questions. At least we need to know about 2014s, 2015s as well as which one? 2021. At least mandatorily we need to know about the three previous year question papers specifically related to the polity and the governance. And the third one, what should be our third one? Now we are aware about syllabus. Okay, no, it is previous year questions done. Adadmel naವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಈಗ? It is we need to know about what should be our strategy, and that strategy we call it as the 7-pronged strategy of answer writing. Be it any topic, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ we need to mandatorily know about how to write an introduction. ನೋಡೋದಾಗಿ we need to know about how to write an introduction. Introduction ಏನೇನು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. And body content ಅಲ್ಲಿ we need to include which all things, we'll see this. Third one, conclusion ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರೆಯೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ at least ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ. How to write introduction ಏನೇನು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದೇ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು, followed by the conclusion part. We'll be discussing each and everything with respect to the polity and the governance. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? Now ಇದನ್ನ ಒಂದೊಂದಾಗಿ ಬಿಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ the first thing here is what do you mean by polity? What do you mean by a polity ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Second thing, what is governance? ನೋಡೋಣ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. Now what is polity? What is polity and what is governance? Online fast. What is polity and what is governance? Good morning online. Yes. ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡೋಣ, what is polity first? ಏನಪ್ಪ polity ಅಂದ್ರೆ? Is it studying about constitution? Only about constitution na? ಮತ್ತೇನು polity ಅಂದ್ರೆ? What is polity? What is a polity part? Polity ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is not only about constitution. It is not only about studying about the Indian constitution, rather studying about what? The political structure. The structure of what? Political structure of, is it India or outside India? It is majorly India. Halwa. It is, we need to study about the political structure of India. Now sir, ಈ political structure ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು sir? What is political structure? Political structure ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Beginne? It is exactly, we need to study about our three major important pillars. Yes or no? Our three major important pillars. ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ three major important pillars? So what are the three major important pillars? It is always and always ನಮ್ಮ judiciary ಮೇಲ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. Because ಏನಕ್ಕೆ? Judiciary has been given the extra powers compared to ಯಾರ್ಯಾರಿಗೆ? Legislative and the executive. Yes or no? Legislative and executive majorly will be studying about this. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ we'll be studying about in detail about the judiciary part. Now judiciary ಏನೇನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? It is majorly we'll be studying about Supreme Court. Majorly we'll be studying about High Court. ಮೇಜರ್ ಆಗಿ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಯಾವುದು? ಕೊಲಿಜಿಯಂ, ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೊಲಿಜಿಯಂ ಕೇಳಿದಿರ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ. ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೊಲಿಜಿಯಂ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ದಿಸ್. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಅ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಜುಡಿಷಿಯಲ್ ರಿವ್ಯೂ. ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಅ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿನ್. ಕೇಳಿದಿರ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ, ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿನ್. ನೋಡೋಣ ಒಂದಾಗಿ ಬಿಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್. second one majorly includes yadu. It is first one is judiciary and the second is legislature. Now legislature is what is legislature? It is law making authority. The law making authority. Now law making authority consists of which all things? The three major important things. One which includes the central legislature. Central legislature andre? It is not in Lok Sabha. It is the parliament. It is the parliament. Now the parliament consists of the three major important pillars. The three major important pillars yadu. It is always and always President of India on the top. Always and always on the, I can see, on the top it must be President of India. Second comes our upper house. Upper house andre Rajya Sabha, and followed by the lower house called as Lok Sabha. Now we'll question saying baratiga. In case if they ask a question on current affairs, there will be a question on what? Either about the unicameral legislature. What is the importance of unicameral legislature? What is the important procedures we have with respect to money bill? But news idella. Major important news here is with respect to which one? Article 1110 news ida. Any article 1110? Because our opposition party has filed a case about the Aadhaar bill. Because Aadhaar bill has passed as what? Aadhaar bill has passed as a money bill by bypassing which house? Rajya Sabha. Yenike sir bypass agate no and elladar ಬಗ್ಗೆ? Because money bill, who has authority? It is only Lok Sabha has the authority. But Rajya Sabha, they can delay for at max how many days? It is maximum 14 days or maximum nodadadre it is 2 weeks. 14 days or maximum is 2 weeks. Delay marbodu ashte. But they does not have authority with respect to money bill. Adukoskara money bill pass madidare. Idra ಬಗ್ಗೆ question kelbodu. And the second thing here is recent agi nodadadre Article 368 was in use. Article 368 was in use. Enekappa Article 368? Why in use enike? It is 106th Constitutional Amendment Act. Enappa 106th Constitutional Amendment Act. It is not in Nari Shakti. Nim KPSC kuda question kelidare. As well as UPSC also. This year. KPSC 2024 as well as UPSC 2024. They asked a question about this Nari Shakti. Exam alli, they'll also ask a question on Article 368 major agi. They'll be asking about the amending procedures. Amending the procedures of the parliament and the kelta. The state has the authority with respect to amending power. Power idya ide? Little bit. Yavaga sir andre only and only if it is impacting yavdu. It is federal structure impact agtidre matra. We need to get the consent of what? We need to get the consent of the states, that too with simple majority by half of the states. By half of the state. Example kodtira hogli. It is GST. It is 101 Constitutional Amendment Act. 101 Constitutional Amendment Act. Idra ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಓದ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ. Completely major ಆಗಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ it is legislatures, unicameral legislature andre. Unicameral andre ಏನು? A single house. Unicameral legislatures. Second one will be discussing about bicameral. Bi andre two. Cameral is nothing but houses. Okay alva? Adra ಬಗ್ಗೆ adra uses ಏನು? ಅದರಿಂದ challenges ನಮಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? What should be our I can say solutions? ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡೋಣ. Okay alva? Today's class majorly will be about the complete overview about the syllabus. Second thing we'll be discussing about previous year questions. Third one we'll be discussing about strategy ashte. This 2.5 years, 2.5 hours will be majorly about this. Okay alva? ನೋಡೋಣ ಇದು ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕಾ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ you can't study anything. Even though if you study also you can't get marks. Yes, no alva. This is our first one. We call it as the central legislature. Other state legislature ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ second one we call it as the state legislatures. The state legislature. Now with respect to state legislature ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ again it consists of what? Again it consists of three important pillars. ಇಲ್ಲಿ president ಆದ್ರೆ there must be governor here. Governor news ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಾರಾ? ಪಕ್ಕಾ question ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಬರಲೇಬೇಕು. ಅಗೇನ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Yes or no? We'll see all those things. It is governor of the state. Not only this year, every year this governor will be news. Last year ಕೂಡ question ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು about governor ಮೇಲೆ. ನೋಡೋಣಲ್ವಾ? It is governor on the similar lines of Rajya Sabha. It is, we have which one? Legislative Council. It is also called as ಏನು? Vidhan Parishad. Vidhan Parishad. Does Karnataka have Vidhan Parishad? Does all the states have Vidhan Parishad? No. Yes or no? We need to see this. followed by on the similar lines of Lok Sabha. On the similar lines of Lok Sabha, we have lower house called as which one? Legislative Assembly anta. It is also called as ಏನು? It is Vidhan Sabha. Now, how many states has this upper house? Yes or no? 6 states. It is only 6 states. ಯಾವುದು only 6 states ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is again ನೋಡಿ prelims topic ಇದು. It is Karnataka from bottom to it is top ಹೋಗೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಇದೆ, ತೆಲಂಗಾಣ, ಆಂಧ್ರ, Maharashtra, followed by UP and it is Bihar. Now, sir, is it a constitutional mandate that there must be unicameral or bicameral? Unicameral ಇರಬೇಕಾ bicameral ಇರಬೇಕಾ ಅಂತ ಯಾರು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? Is it the constitution or the state legislature or the central legislature? ಯಾರು? It is both? No. It is central legislature will decide. Even though ನೋಡಿ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು the state legislatures of West Bengal, Orissa, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, or I can say Tamil Nadu. The Tamil Nadu has also, all the states has passed a bill, but this has not been accepted by Yaru. This has not been accepted by the center. What does it mean? It means that who has the complete authority? It is center has the complete authority either to create the upper house or to dissolve the upper house. Or to dissolve the upper house, the complete authority lies with yaru. Complete authority lies with the central legislature or as simple as that parliament. Or as simple as that parliament. Now, nam syllabus ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ mention ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನಪ್ಪ mention ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is the unicameral legislature and the second one we call it as that is the bicameral legislature. Example ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ what is the importance of having a bicameral legislature? One point ಹೇಳಿ at least ನೋಡೋಣ. What is the importance of having a bicameral legislature? And what is the importance or what is the significance of having a unicameral legislature? First, what is the importance of having a unicameral or bicameral? Bi idre enagate? What is the significance of bi? Bi as well as uni. Okay, alva. Bi andre it is the two houses, uni andre it is single or I can say one house. ಏನಪ್ಪ significance ಇದರಿಂದ ಬೈ ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Don't you think diversity of opinions? Now if you take an example of Lok Sabha ಮತ್ತು Rajya Sabha ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ which house is called as house of expertise? It is Rajya Sabha. ಹೌದೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ? Now this Lok Sabha normally takes decisions based on what? The political opinions or political decisions ಮೇಲೆ. Whereas this Rajya Sabha takes decisions based on what? Based on expertise knowledge. Based on the technicality. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಸೇಮ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಎರೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ don't you think expertise knowledge will come down? Rather the bills will be passed in what manner? In an extreme political manner, in an extreme despotic manner, majorly to meet what? The political conditions or political criteria. Example kodtira? Which has been passed in a hasteful manner without consulting Rajya Sabha. Yadu? It is as simple as that Aadhaar bill. As simple as that Aadhaar bill. Now, don't you think who is sovereign in India? It is people. It is people is sovereign. Don't you think Lok Sabha need to be passed with I can say special majority followed by it should also be accepted by Rajya Sabha. But at the end really, it is they are passed in a hasteful manner by bypassing what? The constitutional provisions. ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಏನು ಸರ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ nothing but constitutional morality or crisis of accountability. Yes or no? See, power ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. Can I misuse that power? No. For that we have a checks and balance mechanism. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ at least ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ. We don't have a concept of separation of power. Rather we have a concept of checks and balance mechanism. Sir, checks and balance mechanism ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ checks and balance mechanism? It is judiciary is continuously, or I can say it is legislature is checking on the judiciary, judiciary is checking on the legislature, and this concept we call it as what? Judicial review or judicial remedies, as simple as that. Adhe riti legislature is also checking on judiciary. Yav tara? Via concept of removal, via concept of impeachment. Yes or no? Adhe riti legislature is checking on the executive. Yes or no? It is legislature. Example kodtira? Engappa question martiyaranta? Via different motions. As simple as that. Via motion called as which motion? Via motion called as question R. Via motion called as no confidence motion. Via motion called as 0R. All this is to meet what? To check on the government, to bring accountability of yarna, to bring accountability of yaru. It is executive to the parliament, executive to parliament. But ಈಗ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ the executive has higher majority alva. If executive has higher majority, will they be accountable to legislature? Will they be accountable? Illa. Nanna hatra ella power ide. Because I have majority numbers in the Lok Sabha. And yaru touch madakagala. Take an example of NDA. This NDA has in and around 300 seats. Yavde bill pass madbekadru nange 273 idre saku nange. Now, will they listen to the legislature? No. Will they listen to the opposition? No. Yes or no? See, this is the major important, I can say, crisis which we have faced with respect to what? Legislature. Crisis in the legislature. Not even a single committee has been established in the last 10 years by legislature. Because executive has numbers and executive is not consulting the opposition. Rather, they are passing all the bills in a hasteful manner. Yes or no? Namdu yavatra structure sir irodu andre we have a parliamentary form of government. What is parliamentary form of government? What is parliamentary form of government? Executive is responsible to elige. It is legislature. Are we following this? No. Adukoskara we have converted our parliamentary form of government to where? It is the prime ministerial form of government. Nothing but the prime minister is deciding everything. What should be the act of legislature? What should be the act of judiciary also? Via concept of henge? Via concept of NJAC. Kelire NJAC. See, sunne kelskothira. I'm just brushing up all the content. It is via concept called as NJAC. What's NJAC? It is National Judicial Appointments Commission. Yes or no? And this has been nullified. This has been nullified in which year? In 2015, the 99th Constitutional Amendment Act has been nullified. That is overreach of the executive. Overreach of the executive in the sphere of judiciary has been nullified by the Supreme Court itself. Supreme Court itself. Ivella basic questions they'll ask from, I can say, current affairs topics also. Current affairs topics also. But KPSC al current affairs jasti questions kelala. But you should be prepared. Prepare adre enagate. Your value addition will be more. Value addition as well as getting more marks will be more also. Yes, this is with respect to unicameral or I can say bicameral. Now, uni is an advantage. What is the importance of uni? See, 28 states. Now, 28 states, only 6 states has bicameral legislature. Nothing but in Mikkid 22 we don't have any, I can say, upper house alva. Nothing but we have only what? We have only union. Now, sir, this tumma benefit agidididre. They would have gone for bicameral. But idrinda benefit eno? Unicameral inda benefit eno? What the benefit of unicameral legislature? It is the first and the foremost one here is time bitaki. First thing here is cost of the, I can say, maintenance. It is the funds will come down. Yes or no? The maintenance cost will come down. As simple as that. Second one, don't you think the time for passing a bill, but the first one 1,000 governor ge, don't you think the time consumption will come down? Yes or no? The time consumption will also come down. Second one. Third one, what's the third advantage? The third advantage here is it is backdoor entry. At least It is CT Ravi. He has lost MLA seat. Now he is he's MLC now. How? Do he has expertise knowledge? No. Nothing but what? Nothing but one who are losing the elections, either in MLA or in MP elections of Lok Sabha. They are entering either the Rajya Sabha or I can say with respect to MLC via a backdoor entry. Take an example of Idubittu. It is Nirmala Sitharaman. Take an example of Nam CT Ravi nodadadre. It is S. Jaishankar. Yes or no? All these personalities, they are misusing the provisions and they are entering what? They are entering via backdoor entry. Adukoskara, obviously this will also come down. Nothing but the political pressure will also come down. How do you look? Yes, we'll see all those things and I'll teach you how to draw the different pointers based on syllabus approach. Kelidre at least hogli. Different approaches ide. Adra ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? Different approaches. We have three major important approaches with respect to writing of any content. One we call it as syllabus approach ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ at least ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ. Syllabus approach. Now ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ನಾವು ಟೇಕ್ an example of unicameral legislature. Sir, unicameral legislature significance ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರಿಬೋದಪ್ಪ ನಾನೀಗ? ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರಿಬೋದು? I can write it from historical perspective. ಬರಿಬೋದಾ? At least one historical perspective. What was the origination of unicameral legislature? ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ? Under which act? Begin at least. Under which act a unicameral legislature has been established? Begin. It is via Charters Act of 1853. First origin. Second one, history ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ it is, can I write it from society? ಏನು ನಾನು KPSC syllabus ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಲ್ಲ. It is from society's perspective, can I write one advantage of unicameral? ಏನಪ್ಪ advantage? What the advantage? See, society ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ who is supreme? People is supreme. Nothing but people's sovereignty or popular sovereignty has been, I can say, it is raised. Second, third syllabus nodadadre from economic perspective, economically in advantage, it is funds will come down because we have what? Because we have only one house or we have only single house, funds kadame agutte. Yes or no? Ade riti, can I go for geographical significance? Can I go for political significance? Can I go for administrative significance? Minimum andre 10 point ಬರಿಬಹುದು by using syllabus approach. ನೋಡೋಣ. What is the second approach? What is the second approach? It is evolutionary approach. It is evolutionary approach ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. In case exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ, in case if they ask you about what is the evolution of the constitution, what is the evolution of the constitution or constant assembly anta question keldaga, can I apply this evolutionary approach? Yeng sir evolutionary approach bariyodu anta kelidre hengappa? How? It is by following the two important approaches. That is, one we call it as the evolution during the colonial times, or as simple as that, I can go for what? I can go for evolution before 1858 and or as simple as that, I can say EIA. What is EIA? East India Company. I can as simple as that, I can mention East India Company, evolution during East India Company. Bariboda illi. That is, I can mention about regulating acts. I can talk about yavdu Pitt's India Act of yav year 1784. Fastest agirbeku nan jothe. Okay alva. Third one, we have three important charter acts. One is 1813, 1833, followed by 1853. 4 ಇದೆ, but 3 is sufficient. Okay alva, this evolution before to 1858. Adadme second evolution elli barutte. We call it as the crown, I can say the evolution during the crown rule. Nothing but can I say yavagidu 1858 admele. It is also called as what? It is also called as what? It is the Queen's rule. It is also called as the Queen's rule. Illi bariboda illi inen baribodappa illi. It is, what all can I write here? It is, I can go for the two important approaches. One is Indian Councils Acts. Councils Acts. ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವಪ್ಪ? ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಇವು 3 ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ಸ್. ಒಂದು 1861, 1892, it is followed by 1909. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವುದು? It is this one. See, Britishers give important, but for us this is important. Why? This act is called as Act of Decentralization. Act of Decentralization. Nothing but parliamentary form of government has been evolved during which act? This one. Councils Act. Nothing but what? It is amendment or the evolution of the council. Evolution of the council. Unicameral council. Followed by second one, we call it as Government of India Acts and the Karitivi. Government of India Acts. Exactly, yes. The Government of India Acts. Government of India Acts ಎಷ್ಟಿದಾವಪ್ಪ? It is ಮತ್ತೆ 3. It is ಯಾವುದು? It is one, we call it as Act of Good Government or Good Governance. It is 1858. Second one, it is Act of or Montagu Chelmsford Reforms. It is also called as what? It is also called as 1919 Act. And the last one, we call it as 1935. ಈ ಮೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್? It is 1935 important. Exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Maximum is this. Because ಏನಕ್ಕೆ? Because it is called as it is Watershed Act ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ. This act is called as Watershed Act because 80% of our constitution has been taken up from elinda? Has been taken up from, it is GOI Act of 1935. Yes, ಇದು ಮೇಜರ್ ಆಗಿ ಎರಡು ನೋಡೋದು. It is last one on ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ evolution ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ last act we call it as which act? It is Indian Independence Act of 1947. Indian Independence Act of 1947. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ? ನೋಡೋಣ, ಒಂದಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಬರ್ತಿರತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆಸ್ ವಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್. And the third or the last approach of writing any content, it is hub and spokes model. Hub and spokes model. Hub and spokes andre it is random agi. Nothing but hub and spokes model. Take an example of, in case if I want to discuss about the advantage of judiciary ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ random agi ಏನಪ್ಪ advantages? So what are the advantages? Yes, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋಣ ಒಂದು 2 point at least. What is the advantage of judiciary? It is first and foremost one here is the guardian of the constitution. Second advantage, it is they provide what? It is justice to the marginalized communities. Justice to the marginalized communities. Third one, can I say protector of constitution? Can I say the Supreme Court is the protector of fundamental rights also? Yes or no? This we call it as hub and spokes model. Hub and spokes model. Yes. See, one discuss ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನೇ. We'll solve this. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? This we need to know. It is first one here is what is polity ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ it is about a structure, studying about a structure, about the pillars of all the three perspectives. ಯಾವುದು all the three ಅಂದ್ರೆ all the three we need to discuss about all the 3 pillars. It is judiciary ಬಗ್ಗೆ, legislature, executives. Now judiciary we have discussed. It has Supreme Court on the top, High Court at the state level, followed by at the decentralized level we have what? We have subordinate courts. Sir, subordinate courts ಯಾವುದು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is we have ಯಾವುದು? we have metropolitan courts, we have district courts, we have taluka courts, we have Gramin courts, all the things. Okay, alva? Yes, idona legislature ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ we have two things. Major initial original constitution we had only two things. Yeah, only two. It is the parliament at the central level. It includes the three important perspectives. One we call it as the president of India. Adadmele Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha anta. Second one state level ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ it is state legislature. ಯಾವುದು include ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? Again three. It is governor of the state. Thawarchand Gehlot ಸಖತ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಈಗ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Governor of the state followed by legislative council. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ legislative assembly. Legislative assembly ಇಷ್ಟೇ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದು. ನೋಡಿ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? It is executive ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ executives we have two important, I can say no layers ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ we have two. One we call it as the central executive and the state executive. ಈ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಈಗ. ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು? One we call it as the political executive and the second one we call it as what? The permanent executive. ಈ permanent executive ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ nothing but what? Governance part. That is your seventh topic of your the polity and governance. ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ. About the civil servants we call it as what? See, ತುಂಬಾ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. The Pooja Artis, the Kedkar, her IAS membership has been disqualified by both the government as well as UPSC. It has been disqualified by nenne news alli ide. Initially it was disqualified by UPSC, but eega it has also been disqualified by yaru? Our political executive also. Nothing but our government has also disqualified her, I can say, candidature with respect to what? It is IAS. Yes, we need to know about what are the rules or what the rules, regulations ಏನಿದೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದರ್ ಜೂರಿಸ್ಡಿಕ್ಷನ್, ಅವ್ರ ಪವರ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಅಥಾರಿಟೀಸ್, ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್, ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ಏನು, ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನು, ಅವರಿಂದ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೊಂದು ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬೇಕು ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಎಸ್, ಒನ್ ಬೈ ಒನ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್. ಸರ್ ಪಾಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಯಾರು ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಹೆಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಯಾರು? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಹೆಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಎಸ್. ಫಾರ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ಸ್ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಜರ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್. ಯಾರಪ್ಪ ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ತ್ರೀ ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ತ್ರೀ ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್. ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ IAS, IPS, it is IFOS, foreign forest. It is forest services. Idr jotege we have central services also. We have 21 plus what? 21 plus 3. Total agi we have 24, I can say, the civil services. 24, that is the top services in the country. Done. Ade state alli nodadadre below what? Below AC. Below AC. Sir, below AC ಯಾರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್? ಯಾರಪ್ಪ AC? It is AC, Tahsildar, Assistant Commissioner, it is DYSP ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, Tahsildars, cooperatives, all these personalities, they will serve as the permanent membership till ಎಷ್ಟವರೆಗೂ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ till 60 years. Till 60 years. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ 73rd and 74th ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ 73rd and 74th ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನಲ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ we brought our third tier structure also. Which is that third tier? So third tier ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ first is center, second is state, and the third must be it is the local governments alva. It is the local governments has been established. Local, that is the governments has been established, nothing but the local legislature. The local legislature has been brought in. Local legislature has been brought in. Now sir, local legislature antandre ಏನು sir? ಇದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is most important one. It is most ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೋ ಈಸಿಯರ್. ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಓದ್ದೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇಟ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ನೋಡೋದು, ಮಗಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಬರೆಯೋದು. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಯು ನೋ. ಒಂದು ಪಾಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಇಂದ ಬರಲೇಬೇಕು. ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಗವರ್ನರ್, ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್, ಇಟ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಆನ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಸರ್ವೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್, there must be a question on the third tier government, either from the legislative field or from the executive field. In fourth question, there must be a question on what? There must be a question on judiciary also. There must be a question on judiciary also. Yes, ನೋಡೋಣ ಸರ್ 7 ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೆಂಗ್ ಓದಬೇಕು ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಲೆಜಿಸ್ಲೇಚರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಲೆಜಿಸ್ಲೇಚರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಲೆಜಿಸ್ಲೇಚರ್, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಪಂಚಾಯತ್. Yes or no? At district level we have what? Jilla Panchayat. At Taluk level ali Taluk Panchayat ide. At what? At Gram Panchayat or at Panchayati level ali we have the village Panchayat, or I can say Gram Sabhas, or as simple as that, Gram Sabhas. Okay na? Yes, exactly. Online barlebeku ivella. Okay alva? Noda nimge ತೋರಿಸಿದಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ you will feel justification. Yes. Okay alva? Next, with respect to it is state executive ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ we have panchayat executive. ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಂಚಾಯತ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ we have a dedicated staff of PDOs. Karnataka is the only state which has Karnataka is the first state to come up with a dedicated arm called as implementation of what? Implementation of all the rules and regulations which has been put forth by Yaro, put forth by the legislatures. And who will be implementing it? It will be implemented by the executive branch. In case ಏನಾದರೂ ಕಾನ್ಫ್ಲಿಕ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ, don't you think ನೋಡಿ, ನಾವು ಕಾನ್ಫ್ಲಿಕ್ಟ್ ಏನು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೋಡೋದು. we will be seeing only conflict between ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು? ಇವರಿಬ್ಬರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ. Don't you think the conflict can be between these two also? The conflict can be between these two also. During emergencies, the conflict can be between this two also. Yes or no? Between the state legislature and the center. Nothing but think that if president is imposing a presidential rule in the state, don't you think will the state legislature keep quiet? Take an example of a governor. Governor is the agent of a center. Nothing but as simple as that, he majorly reports to whom? Central government. Now, if central government or another step in madadre, will central legislature, will they be quiet? No. They will go for what? They'll go for passing of cross bills. That is either to remove the governor or to remove that bill. Yes or no? Adhe riti, it can also be between the conflict between the parliament and the local governments also. Now think that 15th Finance Commission. Now we have established 16th Finance Commission. 16th Finance Commission has been established. Headed by it is Arvind Panagaria. But KPSC another question about what? The 5th Finance Commission of the state. 5th Finance Commission of the state headed by it is Narayana Swamy. Question kelidare. Now think that if the parliament is not devolving adequate funds to local governments, don't you think they'll raise I can say a criticism against the central government and criticisms against the state government also, in case if they are misusing the funds via it is the 5th Finance Commission of the state. Yes, okay alva? Idella conflicts. In case if there is a conflict between the union and the states with respect to legislative criticisms, with respect to administrative conflicts bandaga, in case if there is a conflict with respect to financial one, what can be the challenges and what should be the solutions in the future to, I can say, to resolve all these issues? We will be discussing. We will be discussing one by one. Okay alva? Yes, this is major. This is majorly about polity. Polity is something but not only about studying about a constitution, rather studying from the constitutional perspective about the structure, about the layers, about the powers, about their own functions, as well as the conflicts. We'll be studying in a branch called as yadappa andre, it is the polity. This is, we call it as what. Now what is governance? Governance andre enappa? What do you mean by governance? Exactly, only exactly, yes. Okay, what is governance? Beginning, what is governance? It is, governance is nothing but administration. Now, administration is done by yaru? It is as simple as that. Administration. Is it administration done only by the civil servants? Andre, no. That is, I said, as simple as executive. As simple as that, executive. Okay, alva. We will be studying about what? We will be studying about executive in detail. Now, vertical nodkondu hogodadre, we have central executive, we have state executive, we have what? Local executive. Our ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಅದೇ horizontal ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, we have the political branch, we have permanent branch. Don't you think we need to discuss about the political and we need to discuss about the permanent also? Sir, political ಯಾರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, it includes president, vice president, council of ministers, chief minister, attorney general. Yes or no? ಇದು ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆದ್ರೆ. ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆದ್ರೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಫಾರ್ಡ್ ಬೈ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ನೋ. ಫಾರ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಹೆಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್. ಫಾರ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಅಡ್ವೊಕೇಟ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಮೇಜರ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಯರ್ ಇಸ್, ಸರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಾಲಿಟಿ ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗವರ್ನೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಓಕೆನಾ? ಈಗ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ whenever we are discussing about any subject, ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರೂ ಇರಲಿ, be it any subject, you must know about what is it ಅಂತ. Satisfied ಆ what ಅಂದ್ರೆ? Yes, I'm just briefing it in detail agi. I'll be discussing every topic in detail by using 7-pronged strategies. ನಿಮಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಐಡಿಯಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. It is what? Okay. Second thing here is, sir, how we need to study this? ಹೆಂಗಪ್ಪ ಓದ್ಬೇಕಿದೆನಾ? How to study this? Now, sir, ಹೆಂಗ್ ಸರ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, we can study this by using two important approaches. Nothing but ಯಾವ್ದು ಸರ್ two important approach ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, one is by knowing in detail about the syllabus. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಈಗ ಪಾಲಿಟಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಗವರ್ನೆನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು GS ಪೇಪರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರತ್ತಪ್ಪ ನೋಡ್ದು ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ GS2 ಪೇಪರ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ 3. ವಿಚ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಚ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಪೇಪರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ 3 important sections. ನಾವು GS2 ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 3 important sections. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 3 important sections. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವುದು ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಜಾಗ್ರಫಿ. ನಾವು ಜಾಗ್ರಫಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, we have 3 important geographies. Complete geography. ಯಾವುದು complete geography? It is geography of India, geography of Karnataka. Most important ಇವೆರಡು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೀತಿರೋದು. Major questions will be from geography of India. Second highest questions will be Karnataka, but at least 1 or 2 questions will be from Elinda. It is world geography. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ again we'll be studying about the 3 important spheres. ಯಾವ್ದು ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, we'll be studying about lithosphere, hydrosphere, followed by it is atmosphere ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಲಿಥೋ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಹೈಡ್ರೋ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟರ್, ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is the gas. Yes, this we call it as what type of geography? Physical geography ಅಂತ. Physical geography. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ we'll be studying about human geography. We'll be studying about economic geography ಕೂಡ. Human geography as well as human ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? Human ಅಲ್ಲಿ we'll be studying about census normally. Birth rate ಎಷ್ಟು, death rate ಎಷ್ಟು, what is the transition, demographic transition? Yes or no? We'll be studying all those things in human. Economic geography ಅಲ್ಲಿ we'll be studying what? We'll be studying about it is economic resources. ಯಾವುದು ನಮಗೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಆ ಒಂದು ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ we'll be studying with respect to our economic resources. at least nodidire odbekada geography now. Yes, with respect to economic geography we will be studying about the different types of resources. Matte resources nodbekadre we'll be studying about agriculture resources, we'll be studying about the minerals, we will be studying about coal, petroleum, we'll be studying about precious resources, all these things with respect to India, with respect to Karnataka, with respect to world. So in cover madkondu hodre it is both with respect to prelims as well as mains ge it will get covered. Yes, done. Okay, now the same thing applies to the geography also. And the second section, this is our first section. Sir, second section ಏನು sir ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ second section? It is polity and governance, or as simple as that Indian constitution, or as simple as that Indian constitution, its structure, its functions, its bodies ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. Constitutional bodies ಬಗ್ಗೆ, it is statutory bodies, followed by it is the executive bodies also. Executive bodies also. And the third one, ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋಣ, ಇದೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. And the third section, ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ third section? It is third section is the third section, it is public administration ಮತ್ತೆ IR, public administration as well as international relations, as well as international relations. Yes, sir, public administration andre majorly will be studying about administration, about the IAS, about IPS, the civil services, ethicality, about we'll be studying about the police officers. Yes, adadmele we'll be studying about what is the crisis, how we need to administer for a good governance. Good governance achieve ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ what should be our administration, we'll be studying all those things in our the public administration. Followed by international relations. International relations recent ಆಗಿ ನೋಡಿ, ನೆನೆ ಮೋದಿ he went to ಎಲ್ಗೆ, it is ಬ್ರೂನಿಗೆ. where is Brunei? ನೋಡಿ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಓದಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ, ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. And you should know about exactly it is in Southeast Asia. It is Southeast Asia and it is an island in where? It is a Borneo island. It's an island in where? A Borneo. Yes, majority of this island is controlled by yaru? It is Malaysia. Majority of island has been controlled by, I can say, Malaysia. And don't you think it is near to Andaman Nicobar also? Andaman Nicobar also. At the same time, it is near to Strait of Malacca also, the choke point, where 2/3 of the oil or 2/3 of the trade between India and USA happens via this choke point. Don't you think this island as well as this country becomes important? Obviously. Yes, Adhe Riti our the deputy chief minister has been invited by Kamala Harris. Yes or no? Don't you think our USA ties or the relationship between India, that is Indian opposition parties, not invite ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಯಾರನ್ನ, opposition parties na, by giving various reasons. Yes or no? MK Stalin ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾನು ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ರೀಸನ್ಗೆ ಕಮಲ್ ಹಾಸನ್ AI ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. And DK Shivakumar has said that non personal visit. Yes or no? This is Indian opposition parties has been invited by the ruling party of USA. Ruling party of USA headed by yaru? Headed by Joe Biden. That is the presidential form of government. The presidential form of government. See, well, ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು ನೀವು ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಬಂದಾಗ you should know about what is presidential form of government. Do we have strict separation of powers? ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ separation of powers ಇದಾವ, or else ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ what type of mechanism do we have in India? Is it checks and balance mechanism? Checks and balance mechanism andre ಹೆಂಗೆ, how? And again you should know about what is parliamentary form of government. ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. We need to study this by using the syllabus part. Syllabus part will be our first thing. And second thing here is sir, how to study second ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ second one? We need to know about our previous year questions. The previous year questions. Now previous year questions ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನೋಡಬೇಕು ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ majorly KPSC previous year questions. Previous year questions ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ previous year questions ಮೂರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ at least 14 ನೋಡಬೇಕು, 15 21. Yes, normally 2014-15 will be direct questions, but 2021 a little bit of addition of current affairs. But they have not bypassed the syllabus. Syllabus na mind ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ ವಾಸ questions. ದ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್. ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ದಟ್ಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಆರ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್. ದ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಹೌ ಆಯ್ತು, ಅಂಡ್ ವೈ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ದಿಸ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ಮೇಜರ್ಲಿ ಟು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್. ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ವೋ? ನೀವು ಪಂಟ್ರ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋ, ರಾದರ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್. Now if you want to get marks, this is prerequisite. First and second pointer is mandatory. Now sir, marks andre, how many marks has been asked from polity and how are they asking questions? ಎಷ್ಟು marks ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ? How many marks from polity section? How many marks? ಬೇಗನೆ how many marks? And second thing here is, how are they asking questions? Is it purely static, both static linked with current affairs, or purely current affairs? Online first. ಎಷ್ಟು marks appa andre? As I said, we have 3 important sections. Now 3 important sections andre 250 marks. Each paper carries 250. 250 divided by 3 andre ಎಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ? in and around ಎಷ್ಟು? in and around 80 or 85 marks ಬರಲೇಬೇಕು. ಈ ಪಾಲಿಟಿ ಓದಿದ್ರೆ it is 80 or 85 marks mandatorily you need to get, or you need to get it from this section. ಮೈಂಡ್ರೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರೈಟೀರಿಯಾ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ ಸರ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ? how many questions are they asking, for how many marks, from where are they asking questions? ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಪಾಲಿಟಿನ? ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ? ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ 7 questions, 6 to 7 out of ಎಷ್ಟು? out of 20 to 21. 20 to 21. ಸರ್ 20-21 ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ನೋಡೋಣ, ಈಗ 20 ಇದ್ರೆ 20 questions ಅಂದ್ರೆ there will be 10 marks and 15 marks ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು 20-21 ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್. 10 marks into 10 questions ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? 100 marks. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ 15 marks into again 10 questions, ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? ಈಗ it is 150 marks ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಗಿ, it is 250. ಈ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಈ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್. ಸರ್ ನಂಗೆ ಇದು ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ 12.5 into, it is each and every question carrying 12.5. how many questions? ಬೇಗನೆ 120 into 20 ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? 240. 240 into 10 questions, 0.5 alva. Nothing but there can be 20 questions also. I hope you're getting. It is 12.5 marks into 20 questions. Again ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು ಈಗ? 250 marks. ಇದನ್ನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸರ್ ನಂಗೆ ಇದು ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ನಾನೀಗ? I can go for 12 marks each. 12 marks each. 12 marks each ಅಂದ್ರೆ into 10 ಎಷ್ಟಾಗತ್ತೆ? 120 marks. 120. I can also go for 15 marks also. I can also go for ಎಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ? It is 15 marks also. 15 marks also. 15 marks ಎಷ್ಟಾಗತ್ತೆ ಈಗ? It is 130 remaining ಈಗ. 130 remaining. It is, I can go for some 10 questions. Again 150. ಹೆಂಗಾದ್ರು ಕೇಳು, ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ 12 marks, 15 marks ಮರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ 10 marks ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, 15 marks ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಆರ್ 15 marks ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, 10 marks ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸರ್? ಬಟ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, 12-15 ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is 12 marks and 15 marks ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ normally it will be 10, 150 marks, 150. In ಮಿಕ್ಕಿರೋದು 100 marks ಇದೆ. I can go for some 8 questions. I can go for some 2 or I can say 10 mark questions go ಹೋಗಬಹುದು ನಾನೀಗ. 10 mark questions. I can go for sub questions also. ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಸರ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸರ್ ಸಬ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ? I will show you all those things. But normally popular ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ this one. It is 15 into 10 combination. 15 into 10, 150. 10 into 10, it is again 100, 250 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. But ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಹಳೇದು. It is 2014, 2015 ಅಲ್ಲಿ they have merged this. Randomly they have merged and have asked a question. Normal ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ it is 7 questions ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Out of 20 or 21. Because ಏನಕ್ಕೆ? Because 80 or 85 marks ಬರಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? 80 or 85 marks. Now second one, marks okay sir. ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ ಸರ್? ನಾವು ಈ 7 questions ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ? Now if you observe section 2 ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ how many chapters ಇದಾವಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? It is 7 chapters ಇದಾವೆ. We have 7 chapters. Nothing but what? Nothing but from each and every chapter they are asking a question. But strict ಆಗಿ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ to some extent they are following. 6 ಅಂತೂ ಪಕ್ಕಾ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. But 1 or 2 will be this or this. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? We'll see all those things. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನೆನಪಿದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ ಈಗ. What is polity and what is governance? See, polity is nothing but as simple as studying about the structure, studying about the legal framework of India. The fundamental framework of India, we call it as the polity part. And the governance is nothing but the implementation part to achieve what? To achieve good governance. Second one, how we need to study this ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ we need to study this from 3 major important perspectives. One we call it as ಹೆಂಗಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is syllabus ಪಕ್ಕ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲೇಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ. Second one, we need to know about what? We need to know about previous questions. And third one, we need to know about the marks also. We need to study about marks also. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಈಗ ಒಂದೊಂದಾಗಿ ನೋಡೋಣ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಜಸ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ ನಾನು? Yes, online I hope you guys are following. Yes. I'll discuss all those things. Okay alva. Now coming to our syllabus. Now how many papers do we have in KPSC? ಎಷ್ಟು papers ಇದಾವಪ್ಪ? It is total ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ total 7 papers ಇದಾವೆ. Total 7 papers. Total 7 papers. 7. Sir, is 7 ಯಾವ್ದು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 2 papers are what? 2 papers are it is the qualifying papers. Or as simple as that, it is mandatory that you know you need to write Kannada or can I write Tulu? Not recent news ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. UPSC ಆದ್ರೆ any language which is mentioned in where? 8th schedule. But in KPSC, can I write any language? No. Nothing but any. It is you need to serve in Karnataka alva. Which is the official language of Karnataka? It is Kannada. Yes or no? It is mandatory that you need to qualify this paper. But scoring a sir andre illa. It is nothing but just you need to get at least what? At least 50% marks. At least 50%, or I can say you need to get at least 50 marks. 50 marks ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ it is more than sufficient. 1/3 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ it is sufficient. 1/3 is sufficient. Again qualifying paper. But ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಬೇರೆ ಬರೀಬೋದಾ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is no. Do we have national language? Do we have official language? Yes, it is. Which is the official language of, I can say, Karnataka? It is now. As of now, it is 2. But ಮೂರನೇದು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is they are trying to include Tulu in 8 scheduled languages as well as official language. For this, we have also established which committee? It is we have established the Mohan Alva committee has also been established by government of Karnataka to study about to include the Tulu as official language. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬರೀಬೋದಾ ನಾವು? ಬರೀಬಹುದು. ಯಸ್ ಬರೀಬಹುದಾ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಸ್. This is the first one. It is 150 marks ಇರುತ್ತೆ. It is not 3 hours. It is rather it is 2 hours. ಬಟ್ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಬರೀಬಹುದು ಪೇಪರ್. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಿ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ. ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟರಿ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು, ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಬರ್ದ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಮುಂಗಾರು ಮಾಡಿದ ಯಾವುದೋ ಸಾಂಗ್ ಬರೀರಿ, ಓಕೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ದಟ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಗೋ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟರಿ ಬರೀಲೇಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್. ಅಗೇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಗೇನ್ 150 marks. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ 2 hours. ಏನಿರಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಎಸ್ಸೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಸ್ಸೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಸ್ಸೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾಸೇಜ್ ಬರೆಯಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ವಾ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಸೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಬರೆಯಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ವಾ, ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ 1 page ಇರೋದನ್ನ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ 1/3 ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ ಇಟ್. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ದೆಲ್ ಬಿ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಆರ್ ದೆಲ್ ಬಿ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಿಲ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬ್ಲಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಚೆಕಿಂಗ್ ಎರರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೆ ಸಮಾನಾರ್ಥಕ ಪದ, ವಿರುದ್ಧಾರ್ಥಕ ಪದ, ಎಸ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್, ಎಸ್ ಅವ್ರು ಆರಾಮ ಬರೀಬೋದು. ಒಂದಿನ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ 2 papers ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಕವರ್ಡ್. ಎಸ್ ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫೈ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ the examiner will never touch your papers. Nothing but this is the major important one. Nothing but this is most important also. This is most important also. This is our 2 papers. Adadmele we have 5 papers. Okay alva. Noda nimge KPSC ಎಷ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತು ಅಂತ. First this is paper 1 essay. Now sir essay again 3 hours ಇದೆಲ್ಲ 3 hours 250 marks. Now essay ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ they need to ask 2 questions. They need to ask what are 2 questions. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕೇಳಬೇಕಪ್ಪ 2 questions? It is first essay will be it is national importance or international importance. ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಫಿಲಾಸಫಿಕಲ್ ಬರೋದ್ರಿಂದ there will be philosophical questions. ಸರ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸರ್ ಫಿಲಾಸಫಿಕಲ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಜಾಯ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್ ಅಂತ. You need to write it for how many words? 1000 to 1200 words. You can't say yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir anta. 1200 ಬರಿಬೇಕು. How will you write? Yes, but last KPSC ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ they've asked only 2 questions. One is NEP 2020. They've asked the question on NEP 2020. ನೋಡಿ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇದೆ NEP ಮತ್ತೆ. Which is the committee which has been established to study about NEP in Karnataka. It is Sukhdev Turat. It is 15-member committee. ನೋಡಿ ಏನು ಓದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ. It is 15-member committee which has been headed by Sukhdev Turat. Sukhdev Turat anta. You need to know this. And Karnataka will be the first state to reject this NEP also. First state to reject this NEP also. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡೋಣ, ಬಟ್ ಇವಾಗ ಬೇಡ. Second one will be about SL. Second topic ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ it is state importance. Last 2021 ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ they've asked the question about what? The land reforms. The land reforms by question ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು. Both were difficult, but this was to some extent was easier, but second was difficult. ಏನ್ ಬರೆಯೋದು 1000 ಇಂದ it is 1000 to 1200 words. Difficult. Yes, you need to practice all those things. Okay, don't worry, I'll discuss all those things with respect to essay also. ಹೆಂಗೆ strategy ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರೀಬೇಕು, how to write the content, all those. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ. This is our first one, that is essay. And second one we call it as paper 2. You'll observe ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, it is paper 2, or it is also called as what? General studies paper 1. General studies paper 1. Now general studies papers, ಯಾವುದೇ general studies ಆಗಲಿ, it is beat any general studies will be having what? 3 important sections. Now GS1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ 3 section ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು. It is which all 3 important sections we have. One is section 1 ಇದೆ, section 2, and the third one we call it as section 3 ಅಂತ. Section 3. Now section 1 includes ಏನು include ಆಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? It is history. Sir history ಅಂದ್ರೆ political history na sir ಅಂದ್ರೆ? No. It is the cultural history. Now what is cultural history? Cultural history normally talks about what? Cultural history normally talks about it is the sculptures, the paintings. It includes the sculptures, the paintings, architectures. Yes or no? Sir, ಏನೇನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್? How will be discussing ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, we'll be discussing it from three important perspectives. Three important perspectives. One, we call it as Indian history. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಲ್ಚರ್. ಬಟ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ. ಕೆ ಡಿ ರಾಯನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆರ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣದೇವರಾಯರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಶೋಕಾಶ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆಸ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅಶೋಕಾಸ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಟು ಬುದ್ಧಿಸಮ್. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣದೇವರಾಯಸ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಟು ದ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ್ರವಿಡಿಯನ್ ಆರ್ಕಿಟೆಕ್ಚರ್. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಡನ್ ಬೈ ದ ಗುಪ್ತಾಸ್ ಟು ದ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಟು ದ ಆರ್ಕಿಟೆಕ್ಚರ್. ಪೇಂಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಬೈ ಮುಗಲ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ. ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ನೋಡೋಣ, ಒಂದಾಗ ಬೇಗ ನಾನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ ವಾಟ್? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ. ಸರ್, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಏನು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಕದಂಬಾಸ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಕದಂಬಾಸ್, ಹೊಯ್ಸಳಾಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಗಂಗರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ವಿಜಯನಗರಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಮೈಸೂರು ಒಡೆಯರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ. Yes, and the third one will be about the philosophies. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ about philosophies ಬಗ್ಗೆ. Which all philosophies? History ile philosophy ಬಗ್ಗೆ. About the different religions. It includes Hinduism ಬಗ್ಗೆ. Hinduism is the oldest Sanatana Dharma. ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Second one will be discussing about Jainism. We'll be discussing about the Buddhism. We'll be discussing about what? Christianity. We'll be discussing about Islam. ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಸಿಖಿಸಮ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ದ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆರಿಜಿನೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ದ 15th century or 16th century, ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂ ರಿಲಿಜನ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಸಿಖಿಸಮ್. ಸರ್, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ದ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಯೂನಿಕ್ನೆಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ರಿಲಿಜನ್ ಆಸ್ ಗೇವ್ ಬರ್ತ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಗೇವ್ ಬರ್ತ್ ಇನ್ ವೇರ್? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಯಸ್, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೇಜರ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಫಿಲಾಸಫರ್ಸ್. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ರಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ರಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸಿಕ್ತಿದೆ, ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪಟ್ಪಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ರಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ರಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಪ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ರಾಜಾರಾಮ್ ಮೋಹನ್ ರಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ರಾಜಾರಾಮ್ ಮೋಹನ್ ರಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್. ರಾಮ್ ಮೋಹನ್ ರಾಯ್, what is contribution to the field of social reforms? It is establishment of Brahmo Samaj. Nothing but his major contribution here is, he is called as what? He is called as the father of what? The social renaissance. ಫಾದರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ರಿನೈಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಗೋ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ವೇದಾಸ್. ಯಾರಪ್ಪ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ವೇದಾಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸಕ್ಕತ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಾವೆ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಗೋ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ವೇದಾಸ್. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ದ್ರವಿಡಿಯನ್, ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದ ದ್ರವಿಡಿಯನ್ ರೂಲ್ ಆರ್ ದ್ರವಿಡಿಯನ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಜಸ್ಟಿಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಟೋಟಲ್ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರ? ಟೋಟಲ್ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಪ್ರಪೌಂಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ Jai Prakash Narayan. Followed by we'll be studying about the Gandhian ideologies. It is Gandhian ideologies called as Swaraj Bhage. It is I can say Grama Swarajya. Followed by it is major important one is Buddhan movement. Gandhian ideology. Yella illi. At least odidira, touch madira, at least hogli. Yes, this will be studying with respect to our the social reformation or the reforms. The reforms. Okay alva? It is with respect to history. First part idನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. And second section, ಏನಪ್ಪ second section ಇಲ್ಲಿ? What is second section? The second section majorly includes what? The social and the political perspective. Social and the political perspective, or as simple as that, ಇಲ್ಲಿ major ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ major ಆಗಿ first chapter includes which all things? First chapter includes the post-independence Karnataka. Post-independence Karnataka, sakkat news alidave. The OBC committees which has been established by Karnataka government to study about what? To study about the reservation policies. That is first and foremost reservation policy. It is Havanur committee. And Karnataka matartini. It is India. We have two important committees. One we call it as yadu. It is Kaka Kelkar committee, and second one we call it as what? It is Mandal committee. It is BB Mandal committee. But Karnataka nodadre, we need to know about Havanur committee. It is Havanur committee, Chinnappa Reddy committee. Yes or no? All those committees ಬಗ್ಗೆ major ಆಗಿ committees ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಪಕ್ಕ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇದರಿಂದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಇಂದ. And Second, from society ಇಂದ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ we'll be studying about a concept which has been propounded by M.N. Srinivas. What are different concepts which has been propounded by M.N. Srinivas? ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡೋಣ ಸರ್ ಕೇಳೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಬೇಡಿ ಮತ್ತೆ. He has studied immense research in a Kodagu or Kurgali. Kurgal study ಮಾಡಿ he has given or he has propounded the three important, I can say, approaches. Yes, three important approaches. Exactly on it, exactly perfect. Yes, it is M.N. Srinivas. Three important concepts we call it as a concept of, I can say, Sanskritization. ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? ಕೇಳಿಲ್ವಾ? Okay. It is concept of Sanskritization. Nothing but imitating Brahmins. Nothing but taking an example of Lingaites. So don't offend. It is Lingaites. They, I can say, imitated the practices which has been practiced by the Brahmins. To alleviate their stature on the similar lines of Brahmins. On the similar lines of Brahmins. Ignore Lingaites. It is Janjvara Kotara. They won't go for consumption of meat. Because they are imitating. They used to imitate the practices which has been done by, I can say, the Brahmins. Nothing but Sanskritization. Sanskritization. Second one we call it as, if I am imitating the Western societies or Western civilization, and that concept we call it as Western, I can say, Westernization. Westernization. Westernization is but imitating. Take an example of a jeans pant. We are imitating what? We are imitating wearing of jeans pant. Nothing but what? Nothing but it is imitation of the West. Imitation of the West. Adhe riti, luxury houses, huge construction of buildings, apartments. This culture in India irrilla. Mall cultures. Irrilla. Nothing but what? Nothing but imitation of Western societies. Western societies. And the third advanced model which has been propounded by M.N. Srinivas by studying the Kuruk societies, we call it as the modernization. We call it as modernization. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಪಕ್ಕಾ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೇಳಿನ ಕೇಳಿ. ಇದರಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಬರಲೇಬೇಕು, ಈ ಮೂರಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಬರಲೇಬೇಕು. It is, what is modernization? Modernization ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? It is, we won't be just imitating the Western societies. Rather, we will be consciously imitating it. Nam climatic condition adapt adre, we will be wearing it. You can take an example of jeans pant. ಈಗ ಜೀನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ಚಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ jeans pant thickness ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ, but our own Indian climatic condition is not, I can say, too cold. It is not extreme climatic conditions, rather it is hot. ಆಗಿದೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲಿ? It is, we need to wear that, I can say, light clothes. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕೀಗ? I need to consciously imitate, or I need to consciously bring that culture into India. ಆ ಥರ ಏನಾದರೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ we call it as what? Modernization. Sir, example ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, take an example of Japan, take an example of Korea, take an example of China. They are not forcefully imitating. Rather they are inculcating which is beneficial for their own society after getting the influence from the West. And such societies we call it as modern societies. India is not a modern society. Rather our society is called as what? Either Sanskritized society or Westernized society. But we need to move towards where? We need to move towards modernization. Illi idin study martivi. And the third one will be studying about a concept of regionalization. Concept of regionalization or concept of regionalism. Kelidira. Which is the committee which has been established by the government of Karnataka to study about the regional disparities in Karnataka. Bebene. What is the committee which has been established? Yes, exactly. It is M. Nanjundappa committee. M. Nanjundappa committee has been established. Okay, alva? It is M. Nanjundappa committee. Nodi, ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ there will be a question. For sure there will be a question. Yes, major differences between Hyderabad Karnataka or Kalyana Karnataka and the mainland Karnataka, and the differences between the Karavali Karnataka with the Malnad Karnataka, Malnad Karnataka with the mainland Karnataka? Yes or no? How can we reduce the disparities or differences na engappa reduce ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ by accepting the M. Nanjundappa committee which has been established by the government of Karnataka in 2000 to study this region disparities. ಇದನ್ನ ಬರಿದೆ ನೀವೇನೇ ಕತೆ ಬರೆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ you won't be getting marks. Yes or no? ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಸರ್ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀತಿ ಆಯೋಗ has come out with I can see a product or it has come out with a policy called as aspirational district program. Aspirational districts a program. Matte question. Now we should not call it as backward districts. Rather we need to call this backward districts as what? It is aspirational districts program. Aspirational districts a program. Okay alva? We'll be studying this with respect to our social and a political perspective. That is section 2 nalli. Section 3 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ section 3 ಏನು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ? It is section 3 majorly includes section 3 includes that is economy include ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. economy again we'll be studying about majorly from economic perspective. Economy of Karnataka, the poverty of Karnataka, inequality of Karnataka, contribution done by industry, what is the rank of services, what is the rank of Karnataka with respect to services. It is first ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ the rank of Karnataka it is first ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ with respect to merchandise ಎಷ್ಟು it is fourth, the rank fourth with respect to economic survey of what? Karnataka's economic survey data prakara services as well as merchandise andre it is goods, nothing but goods. Okay alva? We'll be studying this with respect to economy. Idr jotege we'll be studying about poverty, we'll be studying about inequality. Poverty ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ we'll be studying about multi-dimensional poverty index ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. Multi-dimensional poverty index. Now this has been released by yaru? UNDP followed by it is Oxford Poverty Human Development Index and Human Development Index. Yes, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ which is the curve to study inequality in Karnataka or in India? ಬೇರೆ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು ನನಗೀಗ. It is inequality ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ it is we call it as Lorentz curve. It is Lorentz curve ಬಗ್ಗೆ. Okay alva? Lorentz curve or as simple as that it is Gini coefficient anta. It is Gini coefficient. This is our first section. So second section ಏನು ಸರ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ in detail about the rural development. In detail about the rural development, how to develop this rural areas. Because ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ರೂರಲ್ ನ? Because 2/3 of our I can say population they are present in where? They are present in rural areas. Is it the same case even in Karnataka also? No. Elli same. It is 60% ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರೋದು. Rest 40% is staying in or are present in where? In urban areas. 39 point change. 39 point a change. They are present in urban areas. Nothing but the southern states. The southern states are urbanizing what? Urbanizing in a faster manner. Urbanizing in a faster manner compared to the India's urban development. India's urban development. Okay. All this we will be studying here with respect to their policies. Major agi Ali will be studying about Pura. Pura andre it is providing urban amenities to rural areas. Urban amenities to rural areas. ಇದನ್ನ rename ಮಾಡಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ? Urban Mission Shyam Prasad Mukherjee Urban Mission ಅಂತ rename ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? Yes, done. I have discussed already all these perspectives. ನಾವು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಸರ್ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಸರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗಪ್ಪ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 80 or 85, 80 or 85, 80 or 85. Total 250. Okay alva? Total 250. Second one ಸರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ 7 questions, normally 7 questions, normally 7 7 7 21. In case 21 ಇದ್ರೆ 21, ಸರ್ 20 ಆದ್ರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿ 6 ಇಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ 6 ಇಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ 6 ಇಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ 6 ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ 6, then it will be what 20, or I'm talking about or then ನೋಡೋಣ ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. This is about our GS paper 1. Now second one GS paper 2. Anyways, we have discussed this, but polity discuss ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. polity ನೇ ನಮ್ಮ main focus. with respect to GS 3 ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ GS 3, again GS 3 consists of the three important sections. Again 3 important sections ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ section 1, section 2 and section 3. section 1 ಏನು include ಆಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? It is basics of science and technology, SNT ಅಂತ, science and technology ಬಗ್ಗೆ. Second section 2 ನಲ್ಲಿ it is the natural science. Third section we call it as environment and ecology section. Again 3 sections, again 80 or 85, 777 or 776 ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ 776 ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, or 776 ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಹೆಂಗಾದ್ರು it depends. But the marks will be either 80 or 85 mandatory ಕೇಳಲೇಬೇಕು. Okay, that is the strategy which has been again given by the KPSC also. Now sir, ಈ science and technology ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ? ಏನೇನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಪ್ಪ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ? It is first we'll be studying about a space technology ಬಗ್ಗೆ. First section we call it as space technology, in and around about Chandrayaan 1 ಬಗ್ಗೆ, 2, 3 ಬಗ್ಗೆ, MOM ಬಗ್ಗೆ. What is MOM? Mars orbiter mission. There will be a question about what Gaganyaan mission, futuristic mission. There will be a question on Pushpak, reusable launch vehicle ಬಗ್ಗೆ Pushpak anta. They can also ask a question, what is the contribution which has been done by ISRO to the field of space? Yes. Second one will be idu peaceful purposes ge. In case if I want to use the space technology for defense include ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ we have a dedicated organ called as DRDO. See, peaceful ಗಾದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವೀಗ? For peaceful purposes, it is ISRO, that is Indian Space Research Organization, which is headquartered in Bangalore ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. But offensive ಆಗಿ ಏನಾದರೂ include ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ we have a dedicated organ called as DRDO. What is DRDO? Defense Research and Development Organization, which has been established in the year 1958 ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Now ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ major I can say projects ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ it is IGMDP, major project. Which is the first project which has been taken up by DRDO? And it is Project Indigo. And the most important project ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ it is IGMDP. What is IGMDP? Integrated Guided Missile Development program ಅಂತ. ಈ program ಅಲ್ಲಿ we have 5 important, I can say, the development of missiles. We call it as a Patan ಅಂತ. Patan ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is Prithvi, Agni, Trishul, Akash and Nan. Yes, we'll be studying this. Idhar jotege we'll be studying about a recent updated one that is called as it is BrahMos missile ಬಗ್ಗೆ. We'll be studying about S-400. Yes, we'll be studying about different helicopters. We'll be studying about Chinook ಬಗ್ಗೆ. We'll be studying about Tejas. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ at least ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ. Yes, all these things we'll be studying with respect to our, that is the defensive part. Okay na, fast ಆಯ್ತು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? Okay. And the second section ಅಲ್ಲಿ at least ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬ್ರಷ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ second section we'll be studying about. In the second section, what is second section? Natural science. In natural science ali, second section we call it as the natural science. In natural science we'll be studying about the different aspects. It is in second section we'll be studying about it is IT. Second section we'll be studying about IT. What's IT? Information technology. Now information technology study ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ we'll be studying about different technologies. Sir, ಯಾವ ತರ different technologies ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಜಿಗಳ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ, there's 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, and updated G we call it as Wi-Fi. Updated one we call it as Wi-Fi anta, Li-Fi anta. Wi-Fi, Li-Fi. What is Wi-Fi? What is Li-Fi? It is wireless fidelity. It is Li-Fi and light fidelity. We'll be discussing about supercomputers. We'll be discussing about supercomputers. We'll be discussing about super quantum computers. Kelidira, supercomputers, super quantum computers. We'll be studying about recent agi AI ಬಗ್ಗೆ. Recent AI project Gemini. BARD has been renamed as Gemini. ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿದು. BARD has been renamed as Gemini. We need to discuss about ChatGPT, how this works. Anthropoid ಬಗ್ಗೆ, recent one. Okay alva? All this is most important with respect to which section? It is the most important section called as in the field of IT. Sir, the updated one ಏನನ್ನ discuss ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ sir ಅಂದ್ರೆ we need to discuss about the quantum cryptography, quantum computers. ಕೇಳಿ at least ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ. Recent Nobel Prize ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ Nobel Prize in the field of physics and chemistry they have received for the contribution which has been done to the field of what? It is quantum. Alto seconds. ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? Alto are seconds, nothing but we need to discuss about the quantum are computers. Quantum are computers. See, you need to know ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಸ್ಟಾಟಿಕ್ ನ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, where I need to expand the I can say static to current affairs also by integrating the different pointers. So that is your validation. ಸರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಈಗ ಚಂದ್ರಯಾನ 3 ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ, ಶಿವಶಕ್ತಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ, or they have never asked about Aditya L1 missions, how can I use that as the fodder point? ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ I can use it in SL alva. The contribution, that is the developmental contribution which has been done by India in the field of SNT, ಮಾತಾಡಬಹುದು. Or else I can use it even in the essay also. In case there is a question on ethicality of AI, ethicality of AI ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ I can use it as a fodder point also. Yes or no? See, ನಾವು ಮೂನ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. Don't you think I need to use that a technology for sustainable growth of the complete world? Can I go for exploitation of the complete moon? No. It must be eco-friendly. It must be sustainability also. That is majorly to develop what? The complete development of the world. Complete development of the world. Adukoskara, all these items has been declared as what? The universal resource. Universal the resource. Yes, done. You can use it. But ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಓದಲೇಬೇಕು. ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಇಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟರಿ. Yes, done. ಅದೊಂಥರ ಹೆಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನೀವು ಊಟ ಮಾಡೋದು ಮರೆಯಲ್ಲಲ್ವಾ, ಆ ಥರ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ರೀಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ. Done. This is with respect to our the second section. So third section ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್? ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಓಕೆ, IT ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಏನೇನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ third one will be about the contribution which has been done to the field of the nuclear. Done to the field of nuclear. Nuclear ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ we need to know about two important concepts of nuclear, that is called as nuclear fusion reaction and fission reaction. And ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ fission reaction ಅಲ್ಲಿ which all I can say methodologies has been developed in India. It is pressurized heavy water reactor. ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? It is pressurized heavy water reactor is the most important one. All this will be studying. And thorium based reactors. ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? ನೋಡಿ you KPSC again question ಕೇಳಿ thorium ಬಗ್ಗೆ. Which state is the largest producer of thorium ಅಂತ? It is Andhra Pradesh is the largest producer of the thorium. Nothing but ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೇರಳ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇರಳ ರಾಂಗ್? It is monozoic rock ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is ಕೇರಳ. Thorium quantum ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is Andhra Pradesh is the highest. Andhra Pradesh is the highest contribution. Andhra Pradesh has received the highest, I can say, or has the highest resources with respect to thorium. With respect to thorium. This is the nuclear one. And the fourth one will be about it is current affairs updates. Sir, current affairs updates ಏನೇನು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ majorly with respect to protection of traditional knowledge. Protection of the traditional knowledge. ಏನಪ್ಪ traditional knowledge ನ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಯಾವುದನ್ನ? It is we call it as the traditional medicine. Traditional medicine, and that medicine we call it as Ayush. It is Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha and Homeopathy. This is the contribution which has been done to the field of what? To the field of it is the medicine. And how and why we need to protect this, we'll be studying under the science and technology. Under this science and technology are as simple as that section 1 of GS3. Section 1 of GS3. Okay alva? Now section 2 ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, what is section 2? It is section 2. Section 2 it is natural science. Natural science. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? ದಿ ಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫೈ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟರಿ ದಟ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್. ಟಿಪ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಯಾವುದೇ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ 2 ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಇದೆ ಸರ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಿವಿಯಸ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ಯೋರ್ ಟಿಪ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇವೇ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೌ ವಿಲ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ 3 hours ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ, ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ 3 hours, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ 3 hours, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಡೇ 3 hours? ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 50 pages ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ 50 pages. ಇದೇ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಾರ್ಡ್ಲಿ 4 pages. ಎಸ್, ಡೋಂಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಮೀ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೇಬೇಕು. ಫ್ರೆಶರ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋರಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೈ ನಾವ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಥರೋ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್. ನಾವು ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 7 ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ನಾವು 7 ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್. ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲಿ, ನಾವು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ and the animal structure and their genotype. Normally we'll be studying about the plants, we'll be studying about animals anta. Now sir, plants alli animals alli study ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ we'll be studying about photosynthesis. Important ಅಲ್ವಾ? See, without photosynthesis there is no life. ನಮ್ಮ ಊಟ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Why have photosynthesis? It is mandatory that we need to study about photosynthesis, and the second one we need to know about the different types of plants. Sir, ಯಾವ ತರ types of plants ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ we have different types of plants. One we call it as food plants ಅಂತ, edible plants ನ ಕೂಡ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, medicinal plants, hazardous plants, therapeutic plants. Yes or no? Example ಕೊಡೋದಾಗಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು. edible ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? It is potato, as simple as that. medicinal plants ತುಳಸಿ or ashwagandha. What about hazardous plants andre? Yes, nothing but invasive alien species. This will be studying with respect to plants. Adhe riti animal ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ again we'll be studying about different types of animals. We'll be studying about domestic animals, I can say wild animals. Yes or no? In case ಏನಾದರೂ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫೀಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರೆ at least you should have some background ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಯಾವ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಯಾವ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಕಿತ್ಕೊಂಡು ತಿನ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಟೇಸ್ಟ್ ಕಲರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಮ್ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಂತಾರೆ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ದ KPSC. KPSC ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಸಖತ್ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಅನಲೈಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಥರೋ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು KPSC, ಯಾವುದೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರು ಬರೀಬಹುದು. ಸಚ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಿಹೆನ್ಸಿವ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಚ್ ವಾಸ್ಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಚ್ ಪ್ರಿಸೈಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಡನ್? ಯಸ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್, ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್. ಸರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಏನ್ ಸರ್ ಓದ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಬೇಬಿ ಈಗ. It is second chapter is agriculture. Second and third chapter normally talks about what? It is agriculture ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಸರ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಏನೇನು ಓದ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಸೀಡ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಸೀಡ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಇನ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸರ್ ಇನ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್. ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಒನ್ it is will be studying about chemical fertilizers ಆಯ್ತು. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ we need to go for pesticides. We need to go for the pesticides ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, and we need to go for the post harvestment also. The post harvest also ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಗ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, all the things. Again we'll be discussing about APMCs also. APMCs recent ENAM concept, one nation one market, just everything. Done? See, ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ರೆಕಾರ್ಡೆಡ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಷ್ಟ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಓಕೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಹಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಸಿ, ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಟ್ರೆಡಿಷನಲ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ಗೆ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಏನು? ಟ್ರೆಡಿಷನಲ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ಗೆ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಹಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಚರ್. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಹಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ? ಇನ್ ಅ ಸ್ಮಾಲರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅರ್ನ್ ಮೋರ್ ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂ. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಈ ಹಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ ಸಿರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್. Nothing but mulberry cultivation. It is sericulture as well as mulberry cultivation. Nothing but Karnataka is the only state which produces maximum mulberry. Yes or no? Even budget alli nodadre kuda ee budget alli the price has increased from 10 rupees to 30 rupees. Buy old time, I can say buy old time mulberry idike, it is 10 to 30 rupees. And second thing, we are also developing two, I can sericulture markets. Ellappa, one in Shidlghata and second one in it is Ramnagarದಲ್ಲಿ. It is high tech sericulture markets are being developed. ನೋಡಿ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಪಕ್ಕಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಶ್ ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸರ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ, ಈಗ ನಾನು ಹಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕು, ಸೆರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕು, ಆರ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಡೋಂಟ್ ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಬಯೋಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ? Nothing but gene modification, development of what? It is updated, genetically modified, which is resistant to different types of climatic conditions. That we'll be studying in our next chapter called as biotechnology. Ivella knowledge idaga, then I can go for the next chapter called as what? It is dairy and fisheries. Nam Karnataka gotalva. Karnataka has the second largest dairy, I can say, cooperative after Amul. It is our Nandini contributes the second largest one. Ella varsha ee one chapter na kele keltare, milk as well as the fisheries. Done. Nodi nam Karnatakadalli, it is India dalli nodadre majority fishes are coming from elinda? Majority fishes are coming from where? Yes, maximum coming from inland, but Karnataka is opposite. Our coast is ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ compared to our inland. And we also launched different types of I can say the schemes has been launched. Major and other, it is Sampada scheme, it is Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana has been launched, it is Mission Fingerling anta. Okay alva? All this majorly to promote what? Majorly to promote the fisheries. And the last chapter we'll be studying about health and hygiene anta. Sir, health and hygiene alli ಏನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಮೇಜರ್ಲಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಸೀಸಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ rampant in Karnataka. ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ rampant ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬರ್ಬಾರ್ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ HIV. Contribution is highest, that is TB is also highest in Karnataka. Though Karnataka is developed, we are facing this challenge. HIV, the TB, leprosy is highest. Either jotege we will also be developing about, or will also be studying about a immunity concept of immunity. Now concept of immunity na heng sari increase madodu anta kelidre, see, one is natural immunity, mother inda barutte natural immunity, and the second one is artificial immunity. That artificial immunity is enhanced via vaccination. Sir, vaccination different types idava antandre obviously idave. It is inactivated vaccine, live attenuated vaccine, kelidire at least hogli, mRNA vaccine, RNA based vaccine, protein vaccine. Okay alva? ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಓದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ನನ್ನ ಬ್ಲೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ರೀಫಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್. ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ನಾನು ಬ್ರೀಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Clear? It is with respect to it is we'll be studying about immunity also, and how can we enhance the health and hygiene of the newborn. Jani Suraksha ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? Newborn ಹೆಂಗೆ, followed by at the same time how can I enhance the health and hygiene of the children. It is ಯಾವುದು children ಗೆ? It is Poshan Abhiyan. How can I enhance the health and well-being of the adolescent girls. It is Maitri scheme. Yes or Nanna Maitri? Okay alva? Ambassador yaru? It is Saptami Gowda news alli idaralla. It is Ambassador Nanna Maitri. Okay alva? All this you must know. Adhe riti it is old age game. It is, if I want to enhance the health and well-being of the old age, again we must know about all the different schemes which has been launched by the government of India as well as government of Karnataka also. Government of the Karnataka also. This is with respect to our the second section. And the third section again same. ಎಷ್ಟು marks are on the 80 or 85? 7 questions, 6 or 7 questions. And the third section okay alva? GS3 nalli first section is science and technology, second is natural science, and the third one here is what? It is environment and ecology. Now environment and ecology ಏನೇನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನೇನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟೈಗರ್. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟೈಗರ್? syllabus ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ we are the largest tigers. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ first topic is project tiger. But now it is ranked what? It is ranked second. After Madhya Pradesh, according to recent census which has been released by Ministry of Environment, it is Karnataka is ranked second. Karnataka is ranked second. ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ. Second one, we need to discuss about a concept of pollution ಬಗ್ಗೆ. Different types of pollutions. ಏನಪ್ಪ different types of pollution? So it is water pollution ಆಗಿ lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere. ಅದೇ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ. Pollution of land we call it as soil pollution. Pollution of water we call it as water pollution. Pollution of air we call it as air pollution. ಇದು ಟ್ರೆಡಿಷನಲ್ ಆಗಿ. ಬಟ್ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಯ್ಸ್ ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್, ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್, ಫಾಲೋಡ್ ಬೈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಫಾಲೋಡ್ ಬೈ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್, ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್, ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. And we need to know about what the causes ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದಾವೆ, measures ಏನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು, what are the initiatives which has been taken up by the government, all those things. Yes, followed by third one we'll be discussing about it is water management. Recently ನೋಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ last summer ಅಲ್ಲಿ Bangalore was immensely facing water challenges or water crisis. Now ಇಲ್ಲಿ what are the I can say different types of water. It is different types of water ಯಾವ್ದಿಲ್ಲಿ. It is we have canal water, we have borewell, we have, I can say which one, we have rivers, we have coastal waters, all these waters. Now ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ major drinking water ಗೆ major contribution ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ via a well. ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ. and ಈ well is being over exploited ಅಲ್ವಾ, wells are being over exploited. Now over exploited ಆಗ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ the aquifers has gone too deep and recent policy ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚುನೊಳೆ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೋಡಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ವಾರ ಇನಾಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ವಾರನಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಫ್ರೈಡೇ, ಥರ್ಸ್ಡೇ, ಫ್ರೈಡೇಲಿ. ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಎತ್ತಿನೊಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿ ಅನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿ. The question will be from where? Either the question will be from environment or the question will be from geography. That is Evolutionary project. See, Evolutionary project ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Majority of the west flowing rivers are draining into where? Draining into coast, and that has been wasted. ಅದೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಈಗ? We are diverting it and we are providing water to ಯಾರಿಗೆ? We are providing water to it is the different, I can say, districts, major agi drought hit regions of southeast Karnataka. Majorly ಯಾವುದು ಇದು? It is majorly, it is Chikballapura, majorly Kolar, Tumkuru, major agi it is Ramnagara, it is Bangalore rural. For what purpose? For drinking water purpose. Drinking water purpose. But sir, nan ಗದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಈಗ? We have a project called as KC Valley project. ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? It is what is KC Valley project? It is Kormangla Salgatta project and Hebbala. It is HN Valley project ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? It is Hebbala, Nelmangla. It is the project. Yes, it is KC and HN project. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ KC and HN ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. It is sewage water has been. It is ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? It is treated and we are diverting it to again the same district, majorly for irrigation. If you validation, you should keep on adding all the validated parts. Done? Yes, we will see water management and major I will be studying about the 3R approach. The 3R approach. What is 3R approach? It is reduce, reuse and recycle. And recent time nam Dharwad alli we have adopted a convention called as the Dharwad Convention with respect to it is the reduction of water consumption. Dharwad Convention talks about it is reduction of water. Yes, it is consumption should be reduced. Third ಬಗ್ಗೆ. So fourth ಏನು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ solid waste management ಬಗ್ಗೆ. Solid waste management at least ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ solid waste. ಇಲ್ಲಿ solid waste ಅಲ್ಲಿ there are different types of solid waste. ಯಾವುದು solid waste ಅಲ್ಲಿ it is dry waste, wet waste, followed by hazardous waste ಅಂತ. Hazardous waste. Done. And the last chapter from environment ecology, it is disaster management. Now what are the different disasters? Now why in India we need to study about disasters? ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು disasters ಬಗ್ಗೆ? Exactly, yes. Why we need to study about disasters? It is more than 50%. Nothing but 56% of the land is being impacted by what? Impacted by different types of disasters. ಸರ್ ಯಾವ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಸಾಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅರ್ಥ್ಕ್ವೇಕ್ಸ್, exactly earthquake, the landslides, okay alva, earthquake, landslides, cyclones, yes or no, followed by tornadoes. ಏನು ನೆನಪಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲಿ? This year there will be a question on Western Ghats from environment because landslides in complete the Western Ghat region, majorly starting from Chikmagalur in the it is till Wayanad because of what? Because of it is over exploitation of environment. Now can I link this environment for disaster management now? How the you ask a question it is about landslides as well as the flooding situation, ಬಗ್ಗೆ there will be a question about that is landslides ಬಗ್ಗೆ, earthquakes ಬಗ್ಗೆ, cyclones, the tornadoes. Done? Clear? You must know. ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ even the water crisis now it has been declared as a disaster. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ lightning has been declared as disaster in different states also, like Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand. Lightning ಗೊತ್ತಾ, lightning ಇಂದ ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ, that has been declared as a notifiable disease or notifiable disaster. Clear? Yes, this will be studying with respect to environment and ecology section. Clear? Done. Last GS4 ಏನಪ್ಪ GS4? It is GS4 is about ethics and integrity. Now again GS4 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ 3 ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ, which is the 3 sections. ಬೇಗನೆ first and foremost one is ethics, second one is integrity, and the third one here is it is aptitude plus case studies anta. Aptitude plus case studies. Now sorry, ethics ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಓದ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ we'll be studying about what is ethics anta. What is ethics, the types of ethics ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ at least ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ, types of ethics, the theories of ethics. ಏನಪ್ಪ theories of ethics? It is deontological ethics. It is also called as duty based approach anta. Duty based approach ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಓದಲೇಬೇಕು ಪಟ್ ಅಂತ, ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? we don't know, KPSC might announce the date soon, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ at least one subject or 1 or 2 subjects you need to cover as soon as possible. Okay, it is duty based approach or deontological approach has been given by ಯಾರು? It is Kant, Immanuel Kant. ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? Immanuel Kant. This is the first approach. ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲೇಬೇಕು, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡದೆ ಬರಿತೀನಿ ಸರ್ ethics ಅಂದ್ರೆ you won't get marks. Second one we call it as utilitarian approach. Utilitarian approach talks about what? Maximum happiness for the maximum people. Maximum happiness for maximum people, which has been propounded by ಯಾರು? Which has been propounded by ಯಾರು? It is Jeremy Bentham. ಹೋಗಿದ್ಯಾ? ಬರ್ತೋಗ್ಬಿಡಿ ಹಂಗೆ. It is Jeremy Bentham. And the third one we call it as value based approach. Value based approach ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು? It has been propounded by Aristotle. It is the Plato, followed by it is Gandhi also. Sir ನಂಗೆ ಇದು ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ you can go for second approach, that is means versus ends approach. Means important, ನನಗೆ end important. ಏನಪ್ಪ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್? ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹೋಮ್ ಟು ಅ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್, ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟಾ ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್? ನಾನೀಗ ಕಾರ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಗುದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರೋಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ? ಟು ರೀಚ್ ಮೈ ಎಂಡ್. ಸೊ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಫ್ಯೂ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಪೌಂಡೆಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ, ಅಂಡ್ ಫ್ಯೂ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಪೌಂಡೆಡ್ ಎಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಸೇ both means is also important, end is also important. Now if I am teaching and teach ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, that is my end. But ಈ end ನ ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ can I take illegal routes? No, I need to be legal even to achieve the good right also. Yes, done. Either bagel noda, it is means versus ends approach also will be studying with respect to or the first one idhar jothe again. It is will be studying about the public ethics versus the private ethics ಬಗ್ಗೆ. Public ethics versus the private ethics. Yes, adadmele it is ethics. Ethics is inculcated at different stages. One is by the parents, by education centers, followed by society. This basics we will be studying with respect to what? We will be studying in our part 1 of our ethics part. And second one year, section 2 nalli, we will be studying about public values and public ethics. Public values and public ethics. Sir, public values and public ethics yaar sir kottidare anta kelidre, it has been propounded by yaru? It has been given by yaru? Nolan. It's a Nolan committee which has been established by UK government to study about what? To study about a concept of, I can say, the public values. Again, on public sphere liddaga, what the values should I need to obey? First thing, don't you think I need to be honesty? Honesty irbeko ilvo? I need to be honest. And second thing, I need to be non-partisan. Yadon party support madadala, I need to be non-partisan, impartial agirbeku. At the same time, I need to uphold the values of compassion also. Like Mother Teresa, like Gandhi, I need to have compassion. I need to help them. Accident yes or no? I need to have few values. I need to have few values, and that values which has been propounded by Nolan committee, and that values we got as a value of integrity, value of honesty, value of, I can say, it is accountability, value of transparency, value of non-partisanship, value of neutrality. This will be studying in a chapter 2 or section 2. And the third one we call it as aptitude. Sir, aptitude il en maatadthivi anta kelidre, it is will be studying about EI, emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence ಬಗ್ಗೆ will be studying about moral and political values. Moral and political values will be studying about the philosophical contributions, the contribution which has been contributed by the different philosophers. That is, philosophers from India, the philosophers from Karnataka, and the philosophers from world also. We will be studying all the 3 important philosophers under this section. Ivella inculcate madkondo case studies na bardre matra you will be getting more marks. Case study andre enu sir anta kelidre, what is case study again? Case study is nothing but there will be case. Think that you are being posted as an IS officer in the Manipur region, and Manipur is facing a huge turmoil between the different tribals. If you are an IS officer, what initiative will you take? ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, IS ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಬೇರೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ initiatives, IPS ಅಂತ ಬೇರೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. IS is nothing but I need to go for what? Maintenance of governance. But ಅದೇ police ಆದಾಗ I need to maintain law and order. And the different functions and the different powers varies according to the situation which has been provided by the exam. Yes, done. This is all about I can say KPSC syllabus tips ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಲೇಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇವತ್ತು ಓದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಓಕೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಾಳೆ ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬರೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ತರೋ. ಯಾರು ಅಣ್ಣಮ್ಮ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಸರ್ ಗೊತ್ತು ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 30% ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ KPSC ಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡನ್. 30% ನಮ್ಸೆ ಮುಗಿಯುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ದಿಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್. ನೌ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಇಫ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಪಾಲಿಟಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್, ಈಗ ಪಾಲಿಟಿ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ we have how many chapters I said? It is 7 chapters. Now 7 chapters in the 7 question ಬರಬೇಕು, or 1 question from each chapter. Now shall we discuss one by one? ಒಂದೇ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋಣ. It is first chapter. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರು? What is first chapter? First chapter talks about open ಮಾಡಿ ಪಟ್ಟಂತ syllabus. First chapter talks about the nature of constitution. Now sir, what do you mean by nature of constitution? ಏನಪ್ಪ nature ಅಂದ್ರೆ? What do you mean by nature of Indian constitution? First, it is nature ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ as simple as that, the features of Indian constitution, features, or as simple as that, characteristic features ನ ಮಾತಾಡಬಹುದಾ, or as simple as that salient features na matadboda? Matadbodu. Yes or no? I can talk about either the features, or I can talk about characteristic features, or I can talk about salient features also. I can talk about salient features also. First, now sir, ee characteristic features na discuss ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, this is my first topic alva. I will be having 7 pronged strategies. One topic and ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ I need to discuss about 7 main heading. 7 main heading. Sir, 7 main heading ಯಾವ್ದು? Which all constitute 7 main headings? Eli ನೋಡೋಣ. It is 7 main headings includes, the first and the foremost one includes, first thing ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ introduction. It is never a definition, rather it is introduction. Now introduction includes which all things? Introduction includes 3-pronged strategies. Introduction includes 3-pronged strategies. Now 3-pronged strategies ಯಾವುದು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it is always and always a definition. Always and always a definition. Second one, I'll be discussing all this content. In the film ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂತ. At least first you should know about the blueprint. Blueprint ಗೊತ್ತಾದ್ರೆ you can fill up all the pointers. But introduction always and always includes the 3-pronged strategies. The 3-pronged strategies includes, first thing is definition about the nature of Indian Constitution. Second feature or second pronged strategy includes uniqueness. Second pronged strategy includes uniqueness, and the third pointers which includes ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it is the stats, the facts and the examples. It is either the stats or the facts or examples we will be discussing with respect to our first pointer. Now always and always introduction ಎಷ್ಟು pointers ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲಿ? It is introduction should be in at max ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ? It is 4 to 5 lines ಅಲ್ಲಿ. 4 to 5 lines, always and always in paragraph. Pointers ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿಲೇಬಾರದು. Yes or no? All this is just an introduction. Always and always introduction should be in 4 to 5 lines. Now na ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಎಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, I'll be discussing that. How many underlines ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾತಾಡೋಣ. And how should be the handwriting also. Handwriting ಹೆಂಗಿರಬೇಕು ಎಲ್ಲದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. And always and always remember this, it must be in what? It must be in paragraph formatting. Paragraph formatting ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, paragraph ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಲೇಬೇಕು. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? This is our first one. Second one, what second one? It is intro ಆಯ್ತು. Second one should be about our origin or evolution of the constitution. ನೋಡಿ ಈಗ first nature ಆಯ್ತು, introduction about the constitution ಬಗ್ಗೆ. Constitution ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ constitution ಒಂದೇ ಸತಿ evolve ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾ? Yes or no? It was just an evolution ಅಲ್ವಾ? It was an evolution. Sir ಹೆಂಗ್ ಸರ್ evolve ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, second pronged strategy here is origin. It is also called as what? Historical background. It is also called as evolution. ನೋಡಿ different keywords use ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, different pointers ಅಲ್ಲಿ. You should never replicate the same words. It is origin. Second one here is historical background or evolution. Now sorry, origin, evolution, historical background ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, can I go for different, I can say different steps. ಹೆಂಗಪ್ಪ different steps ಬರಿಬಹುದು? That is, how can I go for different steps? That is, one I can go for, it is before 1858, nothing but evolution of constitution during the company's rule. Company's rule ಹೆಂಗೆ evolve ಆಯ್ತು. And second one I can go for evolution during where? Evolution during the 1858. It is also called as the crown rule. Crown, the rule ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ we can discuss about the different one. I can talk about Lucknow Pact of 1916 ಬಗ್ಗೆ. Just okay ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು. It is, we can discuss about Cripps mission 1942 ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಮಿಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಬಹುದು 1946. All these things can be inculcated, that is after 1858. After 1858. This is the second point. This 7-pronged strategy will be applied for all the topics. Yella topics kuda I'll be discussing the 7-pronged strategy. But no, let us third one. Enappa third one? What should be a third one? The third one here is the characteristic features. Characteristic of features. Enappa characteristic features. What are the different features which is unique to Indian Constitution? It is the first and a foremost characteristic feature here is, can I say this constitution is a supreme, I can say, legal foundational law of the land? Yes or no? As simple as that. Can I say it is law of the land? First feature. Can I say second pointer? Second pointer, it's a written lengthiest constitution. Sir, ಹೆಂಗ್ ಸರ್ ಬರೆಯೋದು? ರ್ಯಾಂಡಮ್ ಬರೆಯೋದ? ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀಕಾಂತ್ ಹೆಂಗಿದೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಬರೆಯೋದ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೋ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಬರಿಬಾರ್ದು. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸರ್? ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ ಬರಿಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. Yes, see, as simple as that, you should make the examiner happy. ಹೆಂಗ್ ಸರ್ examiner happy ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, in case if there's a question on the features or nature of constitution anta idre, nature of Indian constitution anta idre, the first point will be about what? It is the supreme law of the land. Supreme law of the land. Again, whenever you are discussing about heading, it must be only and only in what? Single line alli irbeku, underline agirbeku. And second thing, idrike explanation baribeku illi, at least some two lines must be explaining about the heading. And explain madbekadre, first point will be explanation of this heading and second point will be justification. Justification henge sir anta kelidre, justification will be about either giving examples or giving an, I can say, articles. Now yavudappa supreme law of the land andre, nothing but Indian constitution is the framework of the, I can say, India. Again examples. Adhere second one bariyadadre, second one I'll be talking about what? It is the written lengthiest constitution. Written lengthiest constitution, matte underlining, again 2 pointers. First point is always and always about definition, and second point is always and always about justification or examples. Sir, lengthiest sir, written lengthiest andre, it is in the whole world ali, Indian constitution is what? It is written constitution also, at the same time lengthiest constitution also. Hengappa examples kododu anta kelidre, Indian constitution has more than 440 articles as of now and 25 parts ide. Justification mugitu. Third point, same thing. Yes, we'll be discussing each and everything in detail. Okay alva? Yes, at least one idea bartide nimge. Done. The same thing applies to, I can say, first and second. Okay alva? First, it is first one is introduction, 3 pronged strategy ಬಗ್ಗೆ, always and always in paragraph. Second one ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, it is origin. We'll be discussing about origin, historical background, evolution. Third one will be discussing about the characteristic features. Fourth ಏನಪ್ಪ? It is fourth will be discussing about after nature of the constitution. ಈ ಒಂದು ನೇಚರ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಉಪಯೋಗ? What is significance? What is the significance of Indian constitution? Now, don't you think significance of Indian constitution iradrinda, first thing here is we are getting rights, liberty to express our freedom. First point. Second point ಏನಪ್ಪ ಬರೀ significance ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, don't you think it is providing a framework for center and states also? It is providing the power to different bodies also. Yes or no? It is providing what? It is providing the power. It is providing the power, the function and the authority to the different, I can say, to the different governments as well as different, I can say, bodies also. It can be constitutional body like CAG agirbodu. Yes or no? It can be for the CAG. What is CAG? Comptroller and Auditor General. Article yavadu? 148 to 151. ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲೇಬೇಕು ಇವೆಲ್ಲ. 148 to 151. Again, Election Commission of India ಬಗ್ಗೆ 324 to 329. Attorney General, Advocate General, Judiciary. Yes, all this we are providing what? Constitution is providing. Constitution is providing authority and a function and a power to express themselves and to function it in a checks and balance mechanism. checks and balance mechanism. No one is supreme in India. Who is supreme in India? It is people is supreme. We, the people of India, is supreme. We, the people of India, is supreme in India. Our first letter starts with what? We anta. We, the people of India, have solemnly resolved to constitute what? It is who is supreme in India? It is people is supreme, not a president or the governor. It is we are supreme. This is significance. This significance bardaadmele 3 things should follow. Significance bard bitre mugdaid kate. 3-pronged strategies must follow. That much significance idre. We need to discuss about challenges of constitution. Enappa challenges of constitution no. At least on the edit point really. I'll discuss in detail later on. What are the challenges? 1 or 2? Proper election? No. How come? It's connected once in 5 years. That is first and foremost one here is lengthiest bulky constitution, elephant constitution is a major challenge. In yes, that is the major challenge. Second major challenge of the constitution here is majority of them were lawyers. Enikappa bulky andre lawyers bardidare. Third one is can I say this constitution is a diverse document? Illa. Majority of the members in the Constituent Assembly were Hindus. Majority were lawyers. And why are we fearing to implement UCC and the Kelidre? Majorly because of this challenge. Our constitution was not a diverse document. Majorly it has been developed or it has been written by the lawyers. Lawyers bardre engirate. Lawyers language irate. Can the normal people or the normal citizens, can they understand this language? No. That's the challenge. And fourth challenge here is continuous amendment. Nodi 106 amendment ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಅದೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು USA constitution ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ 1757 ಇಂದ they hardly amended 10 or 15. But now within 100 years ಅಲ್ಲಿ or within or less than 75 years we have amended more than 100 times. And that too majority amendments were, I can say, to favor the political authority. Example, 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. It's a mini constitution which has been amended during Indira Gandhi. Major ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ major ಆಗಿ to save their own government. To save their own government. Yes, all this are the challenges. Already ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ. Significant challenges ಬರಬೇಕು. Challenges ಬಂದ್ರೆ, see, being a civil servant, you should provide a solution also. Nothing but what? Solutions or, let us way forward. Let us way forward. And last will be the conclusion part. Last one will be conclusion. Again, conclusion should be in 3 to 4 lines in paragraph format. Paragraph format ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ನಾವು conclusion ಹೆಂಗಿರಬೇಕು ಸರ್? Summary ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಆಗತ್ತಾ? Summary ಮಾಡಿ ಬರಿಬೋದಾ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ? It should never be what? It should never be a summary. It should never be a summary. Rather it should have again a 3-pronged strategy. A 3-pronged strategy nu sir andre, one should be innovative. Whatever the conclusion you are writing with respect to a complete content, that content should be innovative, and that innovativeness should be practical also, and that should be simple also. That we call it as IPS. Innovative agu irbeku, practical agu irbeku, simple language allu kuda irbeku. Yes or no? Done. Igenadru, in case if the examiner is asking about, it is conclusion with respect to space technology. Can I say we can reach sun anta? No. Don't you think Ali, I need to go for innovativeness? Innovative ಏನು? I can reach to Lagrange points. L1, L2, L3, L4, L5 ವರೆಗೂ. At the same time, this is practical also because we have launched this. At the same time, it is simple also because India is a developing space giant. Yes, keep in mind all these 3 pointers. It should be innovative also, it should be practical also, it should be simple also. Yes, idikella I'll be explaining and I'll be giving the notes also. Done? Clear? Okay alva, idin ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ any topics ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ, either they'll ask a question on significance ಬಗ್ಗೆ, either they'll ask a question on solutions ಬಗ್ಗೆ, either they'll ask a question on challenge. ಮುಗೀತು. ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ 5 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ರೆಡಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. 5 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ರೆಡಿ, 5 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ರೆಡಿ, 5 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್, 5 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, 5 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್. Yes, this is more than sufficient ಅಲ್ವಾ? 7 into 5 pointers, 7 into 5 points, it is more than sufficient with respect to what? More than sufficient. ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಈಗ? 7 into 5 ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is 45 lines will be ready for each and every topic. ಹೆಂಗಾದ್ರೂ ಕೇಳಿ ಬಿಡಿ, beat static, beat current affairs, you will be ready for every topic. ಎಲ್ಲ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಗೆ, ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನಲ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಗೆ 45 ಪಾಯಿಂಟರ್ಸ್, salient features of constitution 5 pointers. Again ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ salient features. Constitutional development is nothing but origin. Yes or no? It is salient features ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಆಯಿತು. This is our second topic. Yes or no? I hope you are getting ideas. Now ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ in case if I am discussing about preamble ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ same thing apply ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Preamble ಗೆ introduction. ನಾವು introduction discuss ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ I will be discussing about definition of preamble. I will be discussing about uniqueness. I will be discussing about stats or facts or examples in just 4 to 5 lines in just one paragraph. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ second I will be discussing about origin. I will be discussing about origin ಬಗ್ಗೆ. Origin of preamble. Preamble ಏನು direct origin ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾ? No, it was an evolutionary step ಅಲ್ವಾ? Now the first and foremost preamble, we have taken it from elinda, it is USA inda. Now based on this, R. Nehru has put forth a plan called as objective resolution, and that objective resolution has been adopted by the Constituent Assembly yavaga anta kelidre, that is 11th December 1946, and in the accept ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ 1947 ಅಲ್ಲಿ. That is evolution. ಎಲ್ಲ ಟಿಪ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಪಟ ಅಂತ. Within 7 minutes you should write 10 mark question, and within I can say 9 minutes you must mandatorily write 15 marks question also. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ preamble, the third one is characteristic features. ಏನಪ್ಪ characteristic features now? It is again I will be discussing about the 4 major important things you must mention here. ಏನು 4 thing preamble ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ it is what will be the features here? It is 4 things. ಏನಪ್ಪ 4 ಇಲ್ಲಿ? It is first and foremost one here is the source of authority of Indian Constitution. Who is the source? It is we, the people of India. First point. Second point, what is the date of adoption yavaga came into force yavaga? Date of adoption is 26th November 1946 ಹಂಗೆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ. It is 1949, and this we are celebrating it as what? Samvidhan Divas, UPSC question. And this has been came into effect on 26th November 1950. That is, we have delayed for 2 months. 26th January 1950 we have delayed for 2 months. ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ because to celebrate Purna Swaraj. Because to celebrate a Purna Swaraj that has been hoisted for the first time in Lahore session. Second and third ಏನು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ what is the nature of Indian Constitution? Nature of preamble. What is the nature of preamble? Nature ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? Nature ಇಲ್ಲಿ nature here is it is will be discussing about sovereign, will be discussing about socialist, secular, democratic, it is republic. Whereas original ಯಾವ್ದಿತ್ತು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ original ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇವು 3 ಮಾತ್ರ ಇತ್ತು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Whereas this too has been added via 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1946. Yes, 2 pointers. Means ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Yes, fourth one here is what is the objectives our Constitution is trying to achieve. ಏನಪ್ಪ objectives our Constitution is trying to achieve? ಏನು? It is justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. ಮುಗೀತು. Characteristic features or salient features done with the game. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆನ್ಸ್, ID ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆನ್ಸ್, ಹಾರೋಸ್ಕೋಪ್, ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್, ಸಮರಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ಏನು ಪ್ರಿಯಾಂಬಲ್. ನೀವು ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀಕಾಂತ್ ಓದಿರ್ತೀರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ನೀವು ಓದೋದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. This is most important from prelims. This is important from prelims, whereas this is important from mains part. What is the significance ಏನು, and that significance should be most important pointers. ಅದು ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅಂಡರ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನರ್ಗೆ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್. ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋಣ, ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ಏನು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈಡರ್ ಇನ್ ಕನೋಟೇಷನ್, and this has been written down at the last stage. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಿದಾರಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಿಯಾಂಬಲ್ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದು ಯಾವಾಗ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರೆಡಿ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಇಯರ್ ಇಸ್ it is what, non enforceable. It is neither a power nor a source to legislature. Don't you think this part is wasteful part? Again, that is challenge. And ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ, ವಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ದ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್, ವಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ರೆಕಮೆಂಡೇಶನ್ಸ್. ನೀವು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡೋದಲ್ಲ, you should write the solutions according to second ARC, according to expertise knowledge, according to Supreme Court verdicts. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಕಲ್ಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮೀ ಅಂತ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮೀ 0 ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಪಾಲಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ there is no concept of your opinion. ಎಲ್ಲೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬಾರ್ದು. even though if you are expressing your opinion, you should mention according to World Bank, according to judiciary, according to judicial verdict, according to lawyers experts. ಆತರ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ within the framework you should mention. ಏನು ಬರ್ದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನೋ ಬರೀದಲ್ಲ, ಅವು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು NK Palkewala, it is ID card, horoscope, philosophy of the constitution, makers of the minds of the constitution, you can mention. Then or according second ARCs, you can mention. Supreme Court verdict. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ it should be conclusion. Despite the challenges, despite the suggestions, our preamble is considered one of the oldest constitution, or one of the oldest constitution to have a preamble in itself, which gives a summary or which gives an introduction in itself. That should be your conclusion. Yes, hope you getting one by one. Okay alva, idu preamble ge. Adhe ರೀತಿ we can apply it for DPSP also. We can apply it for DPSP also. Each and every topic, the 7-pronged strategy will apply. ಇದು ಸಿಗತ್ತಾ ಸರ್ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬರಲೇಬೇಕು. Yes, if you want to cover this within a limited shorter period of time ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ 13. again DPSP ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ ನಾನು? DPSP ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಯೂನಿಕ್ನೆಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಸ್ಟಾಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸರ್ ಸ್ಟಾಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ 4 35 to 51 or 36 to 51. ನಾನ್ ಜಸ್ಟಿಷಿಯಬಲ್, ವೆಲ್ಫೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಗವರ್ನೆನ್ಸ್, objectives ಏನು DPSP ಇದು, it is social and economic democracy. All this should be in your introduction. ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ examiner should be happy ಅಂತ. Now DPSP origin ಇದೆಯಾ? DPSP ಹಂಗೆ ಉಟ್ಕೊಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. It is the origin here is instrument of what? Instrument accession. Instrument of instructions. Instrument of accession is J&K's. It is instrument of instructions which has been mentioned in where? GY Act of 1935. GY Act of 1935. Second, third one, features ಬರಿಬೋದಾ? ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ modify ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ I can modify by adding types. Types of DPSP. What are the different types of DPSP? Beginning. We have 3 types of DPSP. One we call it as socialist DPSP. Second is Gandhian, and the third one we call it as liberal intellectual. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ at least polity ಓದಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿರಲೇಬೇಕು. Yes, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it's okay. I'll be discussing all those things. It has socialist principles, liberal intellectual, Gandhian principles. Are there types? ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ I can talk about the characteristic features about DPSP ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಏನೇನು characteristic features? ನಾನ್ ಜಸ್ಟಿಷಿಯಬಲ್, ವೆಲ್ಫೇರ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಗೈಡ್ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಫಾರ್ ಬೈ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರೀಬಹುದು, ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ಏನು, ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್. solutions and conclusion. And the same thing applies to Indian Federation also. Indian Federation also. Yes, done. Okay alva, naale I'll be discussing tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be discussing the rest 6 chapters. Okay alva, tomorrow will also be live in YouTube. Naale ondina ashte. It is 6 chapters. I'll be explaining in detail. Idan beke beku. Okay alva, idella gottaytu andre it will be in a tips. 6 chapters. Adadmele I'll be discussing about the previous year questions. Nodna first chapter na ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಪಕ್ಕಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಷ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೇಳಿದಾರಾ, ಯಾವ್ದು ಮೇಲೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೇಳಿದಾರಾ, DPSP ಮೇಲ, ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಫೆಡರೇಷನ್ ಮೇಲ, ಪ್ರಿಯಾಂಬಲ್ ಮೇಲ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅಪ್ಲೈಯಿಂಗ್ the 7-pronged strategy. 7-pronged strategy for the first topic. 7-pronged strategy for the first topic. Naale adadmele I will make you write one answer also. Question ge answer writing practice also. Tomorrow I will practice this. Adadmele ನೀವು ಬರ್ದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ there will be timings. If it is 150 words ಆದ್ರೆ 7 minutes, 250 ಆದ್ರೆ it is 9 minutes. I'll practice this. Adadmele I'll be teaching you how to write introduction, how to write body, how to write conclusion another ಬಗ್ಗೆ I'll be discussing this. Yes, each and everything. By tomorrow you'll be thorough with respect to at least about the complete content about the polity and governance, followed by previous year questions ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹೆಂಗ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. At the same time the 7-pronged strategy, how to apply this, followed by how to write an answers for each and every question. Admele I'll be making you write one topic aad takshana answers, and I'll be explaining at the same time it is in case any changes idre you can also make that changes. Done. This will be about our complete the mains, the strategy for the day 1. Done. Is any doubts, online, offline? I'll take some questions now. Online, offline? Any questions idya? Anything not related to class? Any doubts idre I'll take up some doubts. First, first doubt here is, sir, polity ಜಾಸ್ತಿ pointers ಇರಲ್ವಲ್ಲ, how to write more pointers andre, and that is the reason we are going for different subheadings alva. Yes or no? At least different subheadings, 7 into at least some 5 under at least some 35 pointers will be ready. Yes or no? Some 7 pointers average agi, but introduction inda some 5 lines, followed by origin inda. See, ನಮಗೆ 35 pointers ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಇಂದ. because if it is 150 words ಅನ್ಕೋಣ, 150 words ಎಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ ಬರೀತೀರಾ? 2 pages maximum. 2 pages ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ even if it is 12 to 13 lines ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ it is some 24 to 25 ಮುಗ್ದೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. nothing but introduction same, conclusion same, way forward ಕೂಡ same. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ origin ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ origin, salient features ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ salient features, significance ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ significance, or challenges ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ challenges. Depends on the question, you will be attempting the question ashte. Okay alva? This is the first question. Exactly. First question. Second is it only for mains antandre? Yes. Second is it only for mains antandre? Yes, only with respect to mains. I'll be taking up the topic and I'll be discussing this. But is it only for mains sir andre? It will be covering major agi mains. At the same time prelims ಗೆ ಏನು ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ? ಎಲ್ಲ ಮುಗ್ದು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. Yes, majority of the prelims part will also get covered, but major focus will be provided on, or major focus will be given on mains part. But in case an exam announce madadre, I'll focus more on the prelims also. Yes, illandre it is majorly on this. Yes, second. The third one, sir, number of sessions ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is 20 sessions for polity and governance. In 20 sessions I'll be covering both mains as well as prelims. Majority mugdogbidutte. Into every day it is 2.5 hours. Okay alva? This half an hour will be for revision and your doubts. In ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದು 2 hours ನನಗೆ. It is for class. Yes. Will it cover PubAd section also? Yes. Fourth, a little bit of governance. ನಾಳೆ ನೋಡಿ ನೋಡೋಣ ಏನೇನು ಕವರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Few part of governance will also cover, but I don't think it is full cover ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? It is few section will get covered. Fifth one, will you teach at Ebal or Vijayanagar? Andre both. Okay, both. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನನಗೆ ಕೇಳಬಾರ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ. I'll teach at both. It is morning ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ರೆ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿರ್ತೀನಿ, ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿರ್ತೀನಿ. That's my cycle. Okay. See prelims date. See prelims I have thought exclusive prelims polity. You can join that. But date announce ಮಾಡದೇ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ it is good that you need to go for mains. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಡೇಟ್ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ at least there will be 2 months gap ಅಲ್ವಾ? That is more than sufficient. But prelims ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ mains ಗೆ there will be lesser time this time. There will be less time ಇರುತ್ತೆ. 2 months ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೋ ಇಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನೋಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ತಿಂಗಳಾಯಿತು. ನೋಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿಯಿಂದ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್, ಇನ್ನೂ ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆದ್ರೂ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ, ನೀವೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಯಶ್ ಪಾಪ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಅವ್ರ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಮಜಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಓಕೆ. ಸಿಕ್ಸ್ತ್ ಒನ್, is it a paid class sir? Andre yes, it is a paid class, but 2 classes will be free online. Ivattu ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾಳೆ it will be free YouTube ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Okay. Are you planning to come up with more courses for this sir? Andre ಇನ್ನೇನಿದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ, ಇನ್ನೇನು ಇಲ್ಲ. Yes, I have taught majority of mains a class that you can join. Anyways recordings irutte, you can complete that as soon as possible. See 1 month anta aim madkondo, at least you need to complete some 2 to 3 subjects. The most important one, at least take up RD or take up PubAd or take up natural science, ಯಾವುದು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, or take up ethics, take up essay, ಯಾವುದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗೋದನ್ನ, the more scoring one you need to pick up and you need to cover as soon as possible. At least date announce ಮಾಡೋವರೆಗೂ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? at least 1 week wait ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ at least ಡೇಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. I don't think they'll be announcing immediately. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ at least covering some 2 to 3 sections at least is important. Covering some 2 to 3 sections is important. At least come live with respect to polity, at least live ಬನ್ನಿ. ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಅಪ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್, ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ 80 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, 80 or 85 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಟಿಪ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ RD ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಆರ್ ಬೇಡ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜಾಗ್ರಫಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ, ಆರ್ ಇದು ಬೇಡ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಯಾವುದೇ ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಂದೇ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿ, ಸೇಮ್ ಬ್ಲೂ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಯಸ್, ಡೋಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಮೋಷನ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಇಂಟಿಮೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಏನು ಡೌಟ್ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಎಸ್, ಡನ್. ಎಸ್, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹಿಯರ್ ಅಟ್ NammaKPSC, ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಏನೇ ಇದ್ರು ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ you can message me. This is my Telegram ID. Okay alva? Yes. Is fast? Illa speed ella okay na? Speed in case any changes beka? Online, offline? This will be only this will be live from 11 o'clock. This will be live from 11 o'clock till 1:30. Okay alva? 2.5 hours. This will be with respect to polity and governance. ಇವಾಗ ಎರಡೆರಡು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ, ಒಂದೇ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಐಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಅಪ್ ದ ಅದರ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಎಸ್, ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್. ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್. ಎಸ್, ಸಿ ಆಲ್ ಟುಮಾರೋ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. Okay, it's already shared online. The link has already been shared. Or else NammaKPSC go there, you'll directly get the link. Okay alva? For mains course, not an issue. Okay alva? Adu agilla andre you can contact me. Idella adadmele. Okay alva? Okay, it has been pinned now. You can directly join. Okay. Yes, thank you. See you all tomorrow. Zeba, thank you. M, thank you. Abhimanyu, thank you. Durgashri, thank you. Okay. Yes, see you all tomorrow.